Welcome, everybody. Shimane C1 coming at you with a live stream. And listen. Remember what I told you in the beginning of the season, um, during the off season. I said there's going to be players that we do not want to leave, but they're going to leave because they're going to need to be restructured or they're going to be need to be able to get the price that they deserve. Darius Slay is a guy that I've been saying that the Eagles could look to trade. As much as people don't like this move, there is rumors going around that Darius Slay, his agent is been asked. His agent is looking at the market to see what he's worth. And I would like Darius Slay here, but I'm not paying him top money. And when you got guys like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who is the best safety, 25 years old, one of the best single safeties that we ever had since Malcolm Jenkins, since Brian Dawkins, and you traded him from New Orleans, you got to find a way to pay him. You can't pay everybody, and people got to understand that. I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter talking about, Darius Slay, he deserves his money. Well, he got to go somewhere else for that because we do not have the money to pay him. This is what the whole situation with Darius Slay might be traded for because we don't have the money for him. We are barely having the money to sign guys like CJ back. We couldn't even give Brandon Graham really a great deal. He took a less money to come back to Philly. But Brandon Graham could have said, listen, I deserve more. I'm a Super Bowl champion. I've been here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But Brandon Graham, welcome back to Philadelphia, man. It's great to have him back because I can't see him going anywhere else. And we'll see what happens. I feel like you got to get CJ done. You can't let him walk out the building. And despite Darius Slay, what he believes he's worth, he's not getting that. Go somewhere else for that. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the situation, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're struggling with cap right now. And that's why we got a great GM in Howard Roseman who's trying to get all this cap situation figured out. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to lose players like CJ. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to be in a situation you're losing top corners in this draft. Top two corners in free agency. You might lose Darius Slay. You're losing Bradbury. You're not paying him. Hargrave is walking. Cox is walking. Epps is walking. Edwards is walking. Kazir is walking. So you need to be able to sign guys like CJ back, man. And I think CJ is a very part of a great defense. He's young. He's 25 years old. So getting him back would be huge, man. And he's getting interest right now. The Browns are interested in him. There's teams that are going to be interested in CJ. He's a guy that they could start for a new team, and he's a guy that can take a team to the next level. So there's going to be things that we do not like. The Philadelphia Eagles might trade Darius Slay. He might be gone. You know what I'm saying? They can't restructure his deal and they got to start fast because listen, you only got one more week into free agency. Next Monday is when teams start talking to players. So you got to get this situation figured out. You got to get Darius Slay either on board, and it's going to be two words I'm going to say to him. If I'm the GM, are you with this team or you're not? Take the deal or we're going to look to trade you. Because guess what? I'm not negotiating another deal with him. He already got paid. Why am I paying him top money? You don't even deserve half of the money you got right now. Now, do I want him to stay? Absolutely. But he's not worth top money. And I'm not paying him $15 million an hour, a 15 mil like he wants as a top premier corner when he's really not the best corner right now in the market. There's nobody that, to me, that is worth that type of money. I'm sorry. I like Darius Slay to be here. But if you don't want to be here, you got to go. Sorry. I get it's a business. You want that type of money, you got to go somewhere like the Raiders. You want that type of money, you go somewhere like the Vikings, who just cleared a lot of cap space. Keep an eye on the Vikings. They're a team that I can see that could trade for Slay. You know what I'm saying? A guy that took Rager. I can see them doing something like that with Slay. Seattle's another place. Quadre Diggs, I think, is over there in Seattle. They need cornerback over there. A young veteran, an old veteran guy that can come and lead another team. Why not? The Jets with a former GM. So there's things that we gotta look at, man. You can't just bring guys back, man. Darius Slay he feels like he deserves the money. And I can't tell a player that he don't deserve his money because listen, he's old. But I can tell you one thing: the Eagles are not paying him type money that he wants. And I feel like this is going to blow up. This is not going to end well. I feel like the Eagles are not going to get him done. I feel like he gets traded by, I think, Saturday. I think it gets done. I think the Eagles are going to trade Slay. And I think that he's going to go to a team like the Lions or someone that has enough money and cap space to pay him what he's worth. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what happens. But you know what I'm saying? It's going to be interesting what we do. The Philadelphia Eagles, they got to find a way to keep C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You don't let a 25-year-old safety walk. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in this draft, you can get 2 good corners in this draft. And a lot of people don't want that, but it's the truth. We need to get younger. You can't keep on relying on old veteran guys back. You know what I'm saying? The Philadelphia right now, I mean, you know, so far, I mean, Slay's retweeted. He wants to stay. We'll see where this goes. But in my belief, I think Slay goes. I don't think he stays. I think he goes. I think he gets traded. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a lot of things. The Rams released linebacker Len Ford. That's a name that the Eagles could be possibly in. You know, they need cap space, and you know, the Steelers made room. That they're looking at corner. So you know, there's a lot of teams that could go for Darius Slay that could take a chance on a guy like Darius Slay. You know, take a chance on his type of character, what he brings to the team. I'm not saying Darius Slay is a cancer. I'm not saying all that. You know, he's becoming a little bit of a headache right now, but I understand you want your money. But here's the thing: we don't got the money to pay you right now. So I think Darius Slay needs to go somewhere where he's going to get that type of money. You know, now it's up to Darius Slay. Does he want to win or does he not want to win? Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money, bro. It's about, do you want to win with this team or not? You know, and right now we can't pay Darius Slay type of money he's looking for, and he wants to be paid. He wants the highest paid corner, and he wants to get a lot of money. So we're gonna see what this team is, man. It's going to be interesting. You know, I really want Slade to stay, but at the end of the day, it's not up to me. It's up to Howie Roseman and what he does. You know, I want Slade to stay. I feel like that would be the best thing. But again, I'm not paying a cornerback top money. That's just not going to happen. He needs to go somewhere else where he feels he needs that type of money because he's not going to be in Philadelphia if that's the case. In Super Bowl 57, dude disappeared. Like, yeah, he did. And, you know, the fact that you demand top money, because your name's Darius Slay, it just – that shit just pissed me off. I get it. You want your money. But, dude, like, you already got paid. You know, but I understand you want your money, but here's the thing. We can't pay you. People got to understand the Eagles right now in a situation where they got to sign guys like CJ. They got to sign guys like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is getting in the bag. CJ Gardner-Johnson, one way or another, is going to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Graham came back on a one-year deal because, listen, he's with Philadelphia for his whole career. He didn't want to go anywhere else. His family lives there. He's from Philadelphia. So, again, man, I understand where Darius Slay is coming from. You know what I'm saying? This is my guide, the link. You know, it's going to be interesting what we do. I feel like the Eagles got to find a way to either say to Slay what you want. What do you want to be? Do you want to be in Philadelphia? Do you not? So if you don't want to be in Philadelphia, we got other things to take care of, man. We don't got time to play with you. We got other things to do. And it's going to be up to what Darius Slay wants. You know, Darius Slay has the ball in his court. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting the money he deserves. He's not getting top money. So he's going to either have to restructure or he's going to have to skedaddle. You know, and if he wants to skedaddle, hold on. Sorry, I'm just sending the link in. Sorry about that. No, but if he wants to skedaddle, then that's fine. He can skedaddle. I'm not kissing no player's ass. I don't give a fuck who he is. He can be the best cornerback in the market. He can be the best safety in the market. If you don't want to be in Philadelphia, you don't have to be. I can get another corner that can just be just as good as you and go somewhere where he's going to be a lot cheaper. I can draft a rookie this year. There's so many rookie cornerbacks in this draft where I think you can get a guy like Gonzalez at 10, or you can get a Joey Porter Jr. at 10. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't think Darius Slay has the ball in his court at all. I feel like he has an option. Either you want to get paid, you want to go somewhere else, you're going to get paid because you're not coming to Philadelphia and get paid that type of money. You know, so I don't care how damn good you are. Darius Slay doesn't deserve to get top money. And that's just being real. I think it's falling off a little bit. You know, a lot of people disagree with me, but if you look at it, I mean, the Golladay touchdown, Darius Slay don't do that usually. Now, do I think it's Jonathan Gannon mostly? No. I think part of it, I think mostly it's Jonathan Gannon. And I think part of it is he's getting a little older. He's 32 years old. I'm not paying a cornerback 15 mil to stay one more year and he wants more guaranteed money. Now, you got to go, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel right now. This is how I feel. That's how I'm looking at it. And listen, it's going to be, see what we're going to we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make no promises, but like I said, man, see, it don't look good for Darius Slay right now. Okay, so right now, as you look on your share screen, the Eagles, you know, they got some interesting things to work on. You know, they got to find out if Darius Slay won't, because like I said, man, I understand Darius Slay don't want to be here, but at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting what we do. I think Darius Slay's still a good corner in this. But I can go somewhere like, you know, the Vikings. I can see the Vikings making a play for Slay. You know, the Vikings, they need a corner. And a veteran like a cornerback like Darius Slay could come in there and he can teach the guys young ropes like a Booth Jr. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that. I can also see the Lions going back to Detroit. His former team that drafted him. Now they have a young team that's ready to go, that's ready to win. Somewhere like the Lions, you know, coming back home, you know, after being traded from home to Philadelphia. You know, Darius Slay's not originally from Philadelphia, so I don't expect him to stay. I think that he's going to go where he's going to get the money. Now, I hope Slay stays, but at the same time, I'm not going to cry over it. Like a lot of people are going to cry over it. You know what I'm saying? I just think people need to accept it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I'm not going to cry over it. It's nothing to cry over. Bye-bye, clone. Shame he didn't have much to say. Yeah, EC1 clone. Yeah, that's for sure. CJ is far more useful in the future. Exactly. Dude, CJ is 25 years old. And if I got a choice between a Slay or CJ Gardner-Johnson, I'm taking CJ Gardner-Johnson. Give me the young player. Like, I'm very proud of Howard Roseman for not going after Darius Slay and paying him more money. You know why? Because that's how we end up in cap hell, where we're playing older players. How many times we paid older players to stay? I'm tired of that. So I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles got to reduce Darius Slay's contract. And it's going to be tough because, like I said, that team's going to have to take a lot of money from Darius Slay's, and they're going to have to take all that guaranteed money. And that's the only way we can get out of that. But I'm not paying them top money. And people need to stop saying that we should pay Darius Slay. We're not paying Darius Slay. If he stays, he's taking a less money, and he's probably going to sign for one more year. You know, you got to accept it. It either you accept it or you don't. And we'll see what happens. So breaking news, the Panthers have acquired the no one overall pick. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably going after their quarterback. It'll be interesting what we do. And I'm hoping that Slade changes his mind. But like I said, I'm not going to cry over it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, dude. We'll see what's going on with the Eagles, and you know, we'll find out what the Eagles do, because I'm interested to see what we do. You know, I want Slade to stay, but I'm not going to cry over it. You know, so it is what it is. I'm not going to get upset over it. You're not going to see me boo-hoo over it. If it happens, it happens. But you know, Slade's 32 years old. And he is right now a top cornerback that I think you can get a second for him. I know a lot of people don't think that, but I think there's some team that's going to give us a second for him, because there's some teams that are desperate for corner. And Darius Slay can start for a new team immediately. He is a starting corner. I think he had a down year, but you know, he's a guy that I think is getting older. And I think that when you look at the future for the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't think he's in our plans. You got to get younger at this position. You can't keep on paying guys who are older, who's going to get more injured down the road, who's not going to be able to stay healthy down the road, and you're paying guys extra money. I don't think so. So I'm looking at a team like the Raiders that could be in the search for big play site. They're also looking at James Bradbury, so that's an interesting name. I'm looking like teams like the Vikings, who just released a lot of cap space from players like Adam Thielen, released a cornerback today, so they could be in play for their slay. So again, man, another team could be is the Jets. You add in with Sauce Gardner Jr. over there in New York, or New Jersey, whatever you want to call them. That's another team that can possibly make a play for Darius Slay. So again, man, there's teams in this draft where, there's teams that can make a play for Slay. So I'm not worried about it. I'm trusting Howard Roseman to get it done. I believe in Howard Roseman. I think he's going to find a way to either keep Slay or move him. And I think Howard Roseman is going to be smarter. But one thing about Howard Roseman, he's very good with trades. So I'm not worried about one bit. If he doesn't stay, he doesn't stay. If he does, he does. I'm not going to cry over a player who don't want to stay. If you don't want to be in Philadelphia, you can go. And that's just to be on bottom line. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you want to talk about it. The only thing we're talking about is restructuring your deal. You either do it or you don't. If you don't, you got to go. Simple as that. So it's going to be interesting what we do, and I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles should definitely look to trade Slay. In my opinion, I think Slay's 32 years old, and he's making a lot of money. So we'll see what happens. So the Bears have traded the no 1 pick to Carolina. So interesting with that one. But, you got to find a way to sign C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And that's going to be the idea. Signing C.J. Gardner-Johnson, getting that stud safety back at 25 years old. And we'll see what happens, Listen, at the end of the day, this is a business. And people got to accept it. Whether you want to accept it or not, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do what they have to do to restructure some deals. But listen, Brandon Graham is another guy that has came back on a 1-year deal, and I like this move for one reason. Let me put that up there. So Brandon Graham signed a 1-year deal today, which I love. Love our old veterans sign a 1-year deal. Welcome back, Brandon Graham. He's been a true leader for this team. And we get Brandon Graham on a 1-year deal with $6 million. Not too bad for a guy who's coming back. And I think it's more likely it's because we got a quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, what he said, you don't go through fire and just smoke or something like that. I don't know what he said, but it's interesting. My boy for the AM is going to be joining soon, so that's good. But we'll see what happens. I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, they gotta extend CJ. You don't let the talent walk. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting what we do. That's why it's so important for free agency. You got to find a way to sign these players, and a lot of players not gonna be happy. So we'll see what happens. Though. I'm interested to see what we do in the draft, man. I don't care about free agency. I want to sign CJ, maybe get some players, but I'm excited for this draft. I think this draft is going to be very good for Howard Roseman. I think he's going to draft some stud players, and we're going to see what happens in this draft because listen. Okay, so the Bears, they won this trade. The Bears traded the no 1 first round. Oh, so the Panthers give up let's see. So the Panthers traded DJ Moore, a 2023 first rounder, the 9th overall, 23 second overall. Oh, that's crazy. So the Panthers traded DJ Moore. That's crazy. So, yeah, so the Bears are doing what the Eagles are doing. They just gave him a receiver. So DJ Moore is in Chicago. Wow, that's crazy. That's interesting. So, yeah, interesting. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, so the Bears won that trade. It's crazy. So the Bears traded DJ Moore. I mean, the Panthers traded DJ Moore, and they got pick 9, pick 61, pick 2024, 2025 second. DJ Moore. The Bears won that trade for sure. So yeah, so Adam Schefter just reported that the Bears just traded the no one pick to Carolina. So it's interesting what they just did. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. Essentially. So the Bears just traded the no one pick to Carolina. They give up pick 9, pick 61, a first round pick in 2024, a second round pick in 2025, star receiver DJ Moore. Whew! That's a lot for a number 1 pick, though. So the Panthers just trade DJ Moore, the pick 9. Wow. That is crazy. Damn. So the Panthers just traded the number 1 receiver to the Bears. So yeah, so the Bears just traded. Let's see. The Bears traded pick 9, pick no 9 this year, pick no 61, the first round pick in 2024, second round pick in 2025. The star receiver DJ Moore is heading to Chicago. Woo! That's crazy. That is crazy for a number 1 pick. Woo. What's up, D Biggie? So yeah, they gave up a lot, man. Whew. So the Bears just got a haul for a first round pick, man. So you got to think that the Bears might be going after a quarterback, man. They got to go after Young now, man. That's who I think they're going to go after. I think they're going after one of those quarterbacks. They got it. I mean, you don't give up all that if you don't think there's a quarterback that you think is going to be there. I mean, they gave up a lot. You know what I'm saying? So DJ Moore is in Chicago. It's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, so the compensation update. Let me put this on the screen. This is interesting. So we got some breaking news. Let's see. Let's get this one. Whew. Let's get this. So look what the Panthers just gave up this is why Howard Rose was such a genius. You want to know why Howard Rose was such a genius? Look what the Bears gave up. I mean, not the Bears. Chicago gave up. They gave up a lot, man. They gave up a lot. This is why Howard Roseman was such a genius. This is why I respect Howard Roseman. Not go after, look what teams are doing, man. I mean, geez, they gave up a lot. Hold up. Let me stop sharing this. Present. This is why I respect Howard Roseman more when you look at it. Because I will never, ever see Howard Roseman do this. And I'm glad he don't do this because it's too much, man. And if you want a quarterback, I get that. But this is a lot, man. For that type, and I want to make this a little bit bigger, but take a look at this. So the Bears have turned this no one overall pick into 2 first rounders, 2 seconds, and wide receiver DJ Moore. Carolina gets the quarterback its choice for the future. So they're banking on one of those quarterbacks to be their guy. That is crazy. That is crazy. So the Panthers are banking on one of those quarterbacks to be their team. A future down the road because they just trade DJ Moore. Hold up, I got it right here. So they traded the 9th overall pick, the pick 61, a first round pick in 2024, a second round pick in 2025, and wide receiver DJ Moore to the Bears. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have a GM like that because that's too much for a number 1 pick. I get it if you want a number 1 pick, but that's too much. What's up? What's up, Merrick Garland? That is the first ball being dropped. Is the so now you know that the Bears are not trading Justin Fields. So you know that's going to change a lot in this draft now. Yeah, so NFL just reported that the Bears acquired wide receiver DJ Moore, a 2023 ninth overall, the ninth overall this year, the no ninth overall this year, 2023 second round pick, 2024 first round pick, and the 2025 second round pick, and trade with the Panthers. That is crazy. So yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about now because now that switches up in the draft. Because if the Panthers go now, the Panthers are going for quarterback. That opens up a lot for the Eagles because the Eagles can definitely now maybe get a cornerback into the range now. You know, now the Panthers go for quarterback. You don't got to worry for them. You don't got to worry about them going after pass rusher or anything like that. They're probably I guarantee they're going after someone. Who is Frank Wright taking? I don't know, man. I'm starting to think it might be Anthony Richardson or one of those guys. I could see them taking a guy like Young. They can take anybody. They got the no overall picks, so they're going to take whoever they want. But you know, maybe they'll surprise and they take us Levis. You know what I'm saying? They probably take Levis. You know, but it'll be interesting what we do. I mean, at 10 because now that opens up a lot. Um, that's the first ball that drops. So there's going to be more trades coming soon because now that shifts the whole league. The Bears just got better with Justin Fields, in my opinion, with a DJ Moore there too. Now you got DJ Moore and Justin Fields there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, yeah, I mean they can have anybody. They can have anybody they want. You know, so if you weren't just here, the Bears have traded DJ Moore. They traded no ninth overall to the Bears. They traded a they basically traded a whole bunch to get the no overall pick. So they got a whole load right there. Um, There's some free agents that are getting released right now. The Browns have confirmed that Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, and McCall Harmon are the radar heading to free agency. Eagles have granted permission Darius Slay to seek a trade, and that's the issue. People got to understand, man. Darius Slay might be traded. Worth nothing that the Eagles are still hopeful to work out a solution that doesn't involve Slade leaving, according to reports. Slade remains one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL, making the back-to-back Pro Bowls. Yeah, and I think you can get. I really think you can get a lot for Slade. I really do. You might not get a first-round pick, but you can get an early third rounder, an elite second rounder. I think it's going to depend on what Slade wants. Again, man, like you got to understand, the Eagles cannot afford to keep Darius Slade what he's want to get as a new contract. He's not getting that in Philadelphia. And I'm just being real with you. So I mean, if Darius Slay wants to stay in Philadelphia, he can make it work. So again, man, we'll see what happens though. But yeah, so the Bears are traded a lot to get that I'm sorry, the Panthers gave up a lot to get the no one pick. They just traded DJ Moore to Chicago. And they're giving up a lot. Adam Schefter has reported that the no overall pick, the ninth overall pick in the first round, the no overall 61 overall pick this year, the first round pick in 2024, the second round pick in 2025, and wide receiver DJ Moore. So they're getting a lot, and they're going to build around Justin Field. That's smart. I understand what the Bears are doing. You know, shout out to all the Bears fans because they just got to be excited. So I mean, it is weird, but I don't know how you trade a receiver like that, man. You know, see what happens though. Um, yeah, that's interesting. But so EJ Smith from Twitter said that even if the Eagles find a trade partner for Darius Slay, it won't impact their ability to retain guys like James Bradbury or CJ Gardner Johnson or Javon Hargrave. The only real sins they can clear are with the post June 1st moves, which means they can use that space next week. Um, Interesting. Look, if you got to trade Darius Slay to keep CJ Gardner Johnson, I'm doing it. Because like I said, man, he's making a lot of money for a guy that's 32 years old. And then a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'm not paying the cornerback 32, whatever the hell he wants. A new extension, a new contract, you're not getting that, bro. You're 32 years old. All right. Now, if it was a 26-year-old, I get it. If it was a 24-year-old, I get it. But a 32-year corner on his last year of his deal, a guy that is getting paid way too much already, a guy that is already end of his whole career as a player, I'm not paying that. When you got to pay a guy like C.J. Gardner Johnson, we got to pay a guy like your core players that you're going to be drafting in the first round. You still got to give them contracts. So again, man, it won't make sense, dude. It doesn't make sense for what we're doing. Who do you think we're taking at 10? I don't know. They can go different ways, right? Um, Howie Roseman, his bread and butter is defensive end and offensive line. Um, that is his bread and butter. When you look at Howie Roseman, his bread and butter is offensive line, defensive end. I think you go corner. If you're training Darius Slay, you got to go corner, right? Because a guy like Gonzalez, a guy like Joey Porter Jr. should be in that draft. I'd be looking at a guy like Witherspoon. Those guys are going to be falling to. There's going to be somebody at 10 that's going to fall to us. Um, but it's going to depend what we do in free agency, right? If you do lose a guy like Chauncey Gardner Jr., heaven forbid you lose him, but if you do, you're probably going to go safety. A guy like Brian Branch would make a lot of sense. A guy like Antonio Johnson would make a sense. I think you still got to draft a safety regardless. But, the more players we lose, the more guys we got to fill in the draft for free agency. So, and I feel like the Eagles are not going to lose CJ. I think they're going to try to pay him. Um, and we're going to see if we can get him extended before he goes and hit free agency. Because you don't want a guy like a 25-year-old to hit free agency. He's going to get a lot of suitors. Um, You got a lot of dopes freaking out about Darius. So listen, Darius getting traded regardless, bro. I don't see the Eagles keeping him. No, I'm just being rude. I don't see the Eagles keeping a guy like Darius Slay at 32 years old that wants a lot of money. It's just not going to happen. So it is what it is. Eagles make it official that they agreed to terms with Brandon Graham, but we already knew that was coming. But let's see what happens though. People freaking out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they think the Eagles are made out of money. You know, let's see what happens though. I'm gonna keep my eye on that for sure. That Bears trade really fucked up everything now, because now the Panthers might draft a quarterback at number one. That changes up a lot in this draft, because Houston might be aggressive enough that they might go after at quarterback with the second pick. Now they can't be still because they might not get the quarterback they want, so they might trade down. So interesting. That's what we do, bro. It really is. Let me see if my volume is down. Somebody said my volume was down. Who said that? Let me see if my volume is down. Somebody said my volume was down. Who said that? No, my volume's not down. What are you talking about? No, I don't know what you're talking about then. um, you got a Saints fan talk about CJ come back, bro. CJ not leaving the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. We'll see what happens. Saints fans are crazy, man. First they don't want him, now they want him. Crazy. Because that things work out. Listen, I'm hoping we get a suspension with CJ Gardner Johnson. At this point, bro, he's 25 years old. You can't let that shit guy walk like that, man. You can't let him walk. You can't let that type of guy walk out the building, man. He is so important. He's like that Jalen Hurts on defense. Like Ryan Clark said on ESPN, he's that Jalen Hurts on defense, and I agree because he was the only guy that I thought showed up in the Super Bowl. Darius Slay didn't. He should be demanding more money if you want to be real. Hassan Riddick should be demanding more money, not Darius Slay. Darius Slay don't deserve half of the money he's getting right now, and I'm just being real with you. So a lot of people can complain, they can cry. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the player. It's about the team. It's about the logo. It's about the name on the back, It's not about the name on the back. It's about the team and the logo. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. Like, I don't know why the Eagles are trying to force Darius Slay to stay. If you don't want to stay, you can go. I'll trade you a team like the Raiders, a rebuilding franchise that needs a veteran quarterback. Hey, you want to go there? Go for it. I got no issue with that. I think that we need to get younger at position. I really do. I'm not all about 32-year-old corners. I think when you look at this league, at Kansas City Chiefs, they won a Super Bowl with young corners. Yeah, they didn't have a great defense, but they still won it with young corners. They had McDuffie over there. They had the other guy over there. So they had some young players over there. And I feel like you cannot lose a guy like CJ Gardner Johnson. You got to find a way to sign him. CJ is a guy that I think you got to bring back. And when you got teams like the Browns who are interested in a guy like that, I don't want CJ to walk for nothing. I feel like you got to sign CJ to a deal. You got to find – I think you got to find a way to sign CJ back. It's just plain and simple. If you trade Darius Slay, you got to find a way to sign CJ. I'm just being real with you. CJ is a guy that you bring back. At all terms, you bring him back. You don't let the type of guy walk out the door. 25 years old, one of the best safeties in football. I don't see how you let that guy walk out that door without at least trying to bring him here, So, again, man, it's going to be interesting. 5 to 10 minutes. That's what he said. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. I feel like you gotta trade Slay, man. If he's not willing to restructure, he gotta go, bro. He just gotta go. He cannot stay here if he's not willing to restructure. And that's just being real. He cannot stay here if he does not want to restructure his deal. He thinks he's worth that type of money. He got to go somewhere else for that. I'm not paying you top money. I'm not paying you top money, bro. I'm just not. You are a guy that is 32 years old. And listen, I mean, if you think you're worth that type of money, you got to go somewhere else for that. The Raiders could pay you. The Vikings could pay you if they want to take your contract. The Lions could pay you. They need corner. Go back home. You know, I understand Darius Slay don't want to be. He wants more money. If he feels like he wants more money, he deserves it. He got to go somewhere else for that. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say I wish bad or nothing on him. I'm not gonna call him selfish. No, I'm not doing all that. It's a business at the end of the day, and I feel like the Eagles got to do what they got to do to be. I feel like the Eagles got to do what they have to do as a business. It's not about the team player. It's about what's best for this business. And right now, Darius Slay is holding up the business from a guy like C.J. Gardner-Johnson getting paid. He's holding up a guy like a Jalen Hurts who needs to be paid. So he got to make a decision, and it's going to start either today or tomorrow because if he don't make a decision, the Eagles will make a decision for him. And if they make a decision for him, he's probably gone. So, it's up to what Darius Slay wants. It's up to what he wants. Does he want to be in Philadelphia? He says he does, and I'm hoping he does. But again, it's not up to me. I want Darius Slay here, but I'm not paying him top money. That's just not going to happen. I got my man in the building.
Yo, what's it? Whoa, did you hear about the breaking news with the Panthers and the Bears just now?
Yeah, I saw that. DJ Moore, yo, the Bears got a lot. They got a lot.
They got a lot of money too. I wouldn't be surprised someone brought in the chat. I was just in another live stream with Coach NYG Jeffy T and Coach Ed Glatney, and there's people in the comments that made a good suggestion here. Miles Sanders might end up at the Bears with Khalil Herbert and Montgomery.
Too, right? I got another suggestion too. The Bears go up to the Eagles and say, hey, what would it take to get Darius Slay in Chicago? A veteran corner. He's been in the NFC North before. He knows that division.
Yep.
Why not? They got a lot. Listen, I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling people like this, Darius Slay might get traded. Because, I'm already seeing this blowing. I've already seen where Darius Slay is going to be fighting with the Eagles, and the Eagles are not going to fight with Darius Slay.
Oh, wait. I feel Darius Slay is now part of the Seattle Seahawks? Is this new?
What?
I just went to look up Darius Slay on Wikipedia, and it says present right now. He is part of the Seattle Seahawks. Does that just happen?
I didn't see anything yet.
Why is it?
I didn't see anything yet. It's interesting.
Darius Slay recruited by Seahawks.
I didn't see any further. What did we get back from?
2 hours ago.
Yo, if Wikipedia gets that right, man, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Wait. Come on now. This
is a Trojan.
I'm not trusting Wikipedia yet, but wow. Wait, let me go down because it'll show 2023. Yeah, here it is. On March 10th, that's today, it was reported that Eagles gave Slay and his agent permission to seek trade, even though Slay didn't request for a trade. After talking with long-term friend Seattle Seahawk Quindre Diggs, Slay requested a trade and subsequently traded shortly after to the Seattle Seahawks. Wow.
I think it goes back to Detroit.
He's at Seattle. I'm blown away.
If he goes to Seattle, man, we better get. Listen. I'll take a second-round pick for him.
I'm shocked. I'm glad you brought up Darius Slay. I looked that up right now. That is breaking news. No way.
I mean, it got to be official, man. I mean, if Wikipedia gets it right, we're going to start thinking maybe it is rigged or something that's crazy.
Well, this is news on local Sports Illustrated 2 hours ago. Says recruited by Diggs to the Seattle Seahawks. Now, yeah, you're right. It's not official. But ever since whatever Diggs did, because he wasn't reported, Darius Slay did not want to be traded. Something Diggs said, and now Darius Slay has been granted approval for trade.
How much does Seattle have, though? Does they have enough money? Because listen, if you trade Darius Slay, you got to take all that cap. You got to take all that guaranteed money that he has. Because we got to get that out the books. Because, like I said, I think the Eagles are going to sign CJ back. That is my guess, right? You restructure Jake Elliott. You restructured. You probably restructured. You restructured Darius Slay. You cut Brett Toth. Well, I didn't even know he's still on the roster. It's crazy. I didn't even know who he was. I thought he was still off the roster before. But you released him, and now what do you have? I mean, if Darius Slay wants to go, he can go. Like I said, man. Like I keep on saying this to everybody. I'm saying this right now. Darius Slay's not back on the
Yes,
team.
because
I'll be
Diggs and them work
shocked.
together in Detroit. That makes sense now because it says here in the article, Diggs and them both played together in Detroit. Long term pals have now come together and want to play together with Seattle.
He can go to Seattle. Why?
Wow.
I mean, if it
I
helps
don't
us,
know what
we
we're
can
going
get
to get
CJ
for him,
back.
but that's $21 million
I-
of dead cap space we're getting.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like if it gets us to give CJ Gardner-Johnson back in
That's what I'm
Philadelphia,
saying.
I'm
We
all for
can
it.
give the money to CJ Gardner-Johnson. Exactly.
And you know, you got a lot of stupid fans on Twitter talking about freaking out like, oh my god, trade in the corner. Bro, you already knew it was going to happen. I don't know why this is so shocking. If you actually pay attention to what's happening, the Eagles were not going to keep everybody. Someone has to go. It's not Madden. You can't sign everybody. You can't get everybody back. There is someone who's going to be traded. And Slay right now has the biggest contract cap hit right now on the books. You know what I'm saying? Between him and Brandon Brooks, who's retired, who still has a cap hit. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to restructure. I mean, you losing guys like Miles Sanders, who I don't think we're bringing back, but guys like CJ Gardner-Johnson, you got to bring back. I would not be shocked if Fletcher Cox coming back on a 1-year deal. Another guy that's a home who's from Philadelphia. You know, he was drafted in Philadelphia. You know, I could see him coming back on a 1-year deal. You know, but I think the Eagles are going to go younger. I think that we're drafting a corner at number 10. Whether it's Gonzalez, Joey Porter Jr., Cam Smith, Witherspoon, one of those guys coming to Philadelphia. And I truly believe the Eagles are going to draft a corner. Because if you lose Darius Slay, you'll lose James Bradbury. Who do you have? Like, again, man, so, you know, if he does get traded, he gets traded. You know, I'm not going to cry over it. You don't pay my bills.
This came from CBS Sports. And Darius Slay has already changed his area code. Whatever that means.
So you want to put that up on the computer so we can look at it? I could put it up. I have a computer now, so I can share stuff.
Oh, yeah, if you want, I got it right here. But
yeah, send it to me so I can share it on the big screen.
I put it on the thing. If you just add it to the show. I already got it up. I'll scroll down so we can read it together.
Yeah, for sure. Where's it at?
It's down below. It should say, I'm waiting for you to add it to the thing. It says,
okay.
It's not my show, it's your show. So, but
yeah,
it says, Eagles allowed Darius Slay, agent, to seek trade. Team hopeful cornerback will stay in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
50. Wow.
I don't see Slay coming.
But he was just on a podcast with Montgomery and company and expressed that he would like to remain as an Eagle. But today, talks with Diggs, he now is seeking to be traded.
Yeah.
And they were friends because remember, they were with Detroit together.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So the defensive players from last year that could be leaving the Eagles is Darius Slay, James Bradbury, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Marcus Epps, Javon Hargrave, Ndamukong Suh, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham's back. So I don't know why he's on the list. Robert Quinn, Kaiser White, TJ Edwards. I think you got to bring guys like CJ back. I think you got to try to bring guys like TJ Edwards back. I don't know if it's going to be a little bit hard. I have a feeling that Cox is coming back on a 1-year deal because he's going to retire as an Eagle. If Slade leaves, then you can bring a guy like Cox back and sign a guy like, I think TJ Edwards comes back on the 1-year deal.
Oh,
but I think CJ gets the bag.
What's going on here? Oh, it changed back. It's not. It does not say. And wait, what? How did I find that site? It was Wikipedia, right?
Yeah.
I said that now it's changed back. And now it does not say present in Seattle. Interesting. No way.
Maybe Wikipedia's trying to play guessing games. I don't know. I gotta see. I think
you just saw, like, hold up. Yeah, wow, it just changed back. It does not say anymore that he's presently on Seattle. Wow.
Yeah. Well, how much would Seattle have, though? Seattle got to take the whole contract, and they got to take the guaranteed money in the cap. Are they going to be able to do that? Because that's going to be an issue. If we trade Darius Slay, they're going to have to take all that money.
How it just changed. Wow, it just changed again. So I don't know. That blows my mind. I'm not making this up. I swear, I was just on Wikipedia and it said Seattle Seahawks.
I saw it too. I just saw it too.
But now it's gone back, and now it doesn't say that at all on Wikipedia. And then when you go down to 2023, where I just read that comment, it's completely gone now. And now there's a whole new paragraph of Darius Slay saying, "I love the Eagles and I want to remain on the team, and we don't have the money in the cap space for a $50 million contract."
So let me share this to you so you can share it to the people. If people understand how much money he's making. This is from a guy, I don't know who he is, but I just shared it to you on Twitter. So this is the guy who said Darius Slay is making $26 million cap hit with zero guaranteed money. Eagles could lose as many as 7 defensive starters in free agency. Oh, now they have to probably play Jalen, $45 million a year to Jalen. That's what this trade is about. No, I think if they trade Darius Slay, it's not about Jalen Hurts.
No, not at all.
I think it's CJ Gardner-Johnson. They want CJ back, man. You got to understand, man. When you get a safety like that, you don't let him walk for nothing.
No.
You don't. No. And I feel like when you get a guy like CJ, the way he was playing at a high level, the best safety right now in the market, he is going to get the bag regardless. I want to let people know that right now. Either someone's going to pay him or we're going to pay him. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, Darius Slay's asking for money. What did you do? You know, let's take this all consideration, right? Because a lot of people talk about, well, Darius Slay deserves the money. Does he really? Does he? He's making half of the money right now. And I didn't see him show up in the Super Bowl. I didn't see him show up in the NFC Championship game when we needed him to do. I didn't see him show up in the divisional round when we needed him to show up. I seen him get burnt by so many different receivers this year. Does he really deserve half of the more money? Now he wants more money?
So, wow, Diggs just tweeted earlier, just within 2 hours ago, well, what do we have here? Mr. Slay, Big Play Slay, 24 Slay. Your best friend is over here in Seattle loving life. I think you will too, brother. That was just tweeted. I can't believe it.
Bye-bye.
I mean, that ain't good. They're not.
If you want to go to Seattle,
official,
go for it.
Nothing official, but wow. Very interesting news.
So here's what this guy just said. I just sent to your Twitter. He said, from Jeff McClain, I want an extension with the Eagles. I love the Eagles. I love the money. So of course of course you like the money. All right. We won't skip that part because I think it's a big part in what he wants. He wants the money. I'm going to be talking about it this offseason. Darius Slay recently on Montgomery Code podcast, whether he asked for permission to seek a trade or not, Slay will likely wants to gauge his value. Well, he's gone. Listen, I'm gonna tell the folks like this: Slay is more likely going to be traded. He's gone because if he does not restructure his deal, he's out of here. The Eagles are not going to sit around and play with Slay and say, "Would you please come back, please?" They're not going to do all that. No. They have other contracts that need to be done.
How about Brandon Graham though? Brandon Graham's back for a year.
I like that. I like that. You got.
Now I'm waiting for Kelsey. I'm sorry, I'm still not comfortable with this backup center when Jernigan's. I still would like Kelsey back.
I think it's going to be good, man. I really like Jurgensen when we draft
him. I do too, but we haven't seen him enough. We didn't see him on the field at all this year, you know?
I mean, we saw him in one play. He did pretty good. He did pretty good. But we'll see what happens. Darius Slay in 22, the first time captain, developed into a leader for the Eagles in his 10th year. And the fact that you're a captain, and the fact that you're a captain, and this is how you act, I mean, I don't know if I want that on my team. Do I want a selfish guy who wants money, or do I want a leader? Right? Because I get it. You want your money, but how do you get your money? You go in and you earn it. You shut up, you stop talking, and you go and earn it. The fact that you want more money when you already got paid, to me, it's ridiculous, dude. It's like at this point, man, either restructure your deal or get the hell out of here. It's just how I'm feeling right now. Because you're holding up guys who want to who wants a contract like C. Jagar Johnson, who's our most priority number one, guaranteed guy that we're trying to get extended. And we gotta sit there and we gotta baby you at 32 years old because you wanted more money and you feel like you deserve it. Matter of fact, Hassan Riddick should be coming out and say he wants more money because he did more than you did. Just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Darius Slay wants more money is crazy. There's nobody on defense except C.J. Johnson and Hassan Riddick that should be asking for more money. Those are the only two that should be asking for more money. The rest, you better go somewhere else and get that.
Yeah. I was thinking Epps can go too.
Oh, he stinks. He can go. I've been wanting Epps gone since the day he got jumped over. You jumped over him.
Yeah. Another person I could see going is White and Edwards. I hate to say it, but that there is over $5 million.
I feel like Edwards is going to go to Chicago. Who he's from? Illinois. He's from Wisconsin.
Miles Sanders too can go that way. I think Miles Sanders will end up at the Bears. Now they got enough money.
I feel like Miles Sanders is going to Kansas City.
Kings. Oh, interesting. Why do
you
say
the Dolphins? Because Andy Reid loves running backs like that. He took the chance on LeSean McCoy, and I think him and Pacheco over there in Kansas City would be deadly.
You can't compare McCoy to Miles Sanders. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Andy Reid. I think will take a chance on Miles Sanders. They need to run a game.
Like McCoy. That man could. I love the way he could stop at the line on the dime. And literally, this hole's not going to work. The design play call by the offensive coordinator that was structured isn't working. But I can go through hole 3 or 1, or I can go over here to 3 and 4. And that's what McCoy could do. He could read when the play wasn't going to work and find another hole. Kind of like what Khalil Herbert does on the Bears. Miles Sanders was just the type of guy, you tell me what to do, I'm going through that hole, even though the hole's, busted.
So Les Bowen just said, Bowen, I don't know where he's from. He just said, I think Slay's probably going to have to play this season on the contract. He has, unless Howie can extend him in any way. Howie's not extending him. We already just talked about that. That helps the Eagles. If Drew finds the trade, I think Darius Slay's getting traded. And I think there's going to be a team like I've been saying again. I think the Lions might trade for him back.
And you can get a second round pick. You can get a second round pick with Darius Slay easily. That helps out us.
I mean, you're going to have guys
get more than just a second round pick, but I'm just saying you will get a second round pick with Darius Slay. And some.
I mean, let's take a minute, right? Let's take a minute. What teams would love to have Darius Slay? The Lions would be a good possibility over there. He's from Detroit. Originally was drafted from Detroit.
I don't think he would want to go back to Detroit, though. I guess you could say that he'll go wherever the money is, right? Because his agent. But
bro, if he gets paid over there, he'll definitely go. He'll definitely go over there. Seattle's another possibility.
Money goes, but I just don't see him going back to Detroit.
What about where Jonathan Gannon just went to?
I don't know. I don't know if he agrees with Jonathan Gannon's philosophy. I bet
they got more money. They got more cap space, though.
They do. Where could he end up?
How about the Vikings?
Yeah. They got the money.
Yeah.
They have a lot.
Didn't they just release the cornerback today?
What about the Bengals? Or you know where else he could land up, but I highly doubt it. Check this out. Tomlin, secondary guru, Steelers.
Yeah.
Is a possibility. Mm-hmm. But Darius Slay and Tomlin would get along.
I can see that. I can see that. Um,
Someone said the Cowboys.
the Dallas Cowboys are not training, bro. We're not training in a conference, bro. Come on. The Cowboys want everybody. Did you hear they're going to get DeAndre Hopkins? They're going to get Jalen Ramsey. They're going to get Stephon Diggs. They're going to get Bobby Wagner. They're going to get
no, but they legit. Who was it? That one player on their team. Oh my God, starts with an M. Who's the defensive player on the Cowboys? Starts with an M. Help me out here.
Micah?
Yeah, I think that's him. Hold on.
Or Van Der Esch?
No. It's not Michael Parsons. Who is it? I'll look it up. Yeah, you're right. It is Michael Parsons. You're right. I'm wrong. It was Michael Parsons. Was messaging Darius Slay. They want Darius Slay. Cowboys do want Darius Slay.
I'm sure they do. They're not getting him.
Oh no, I don't.
We traded him. We'll trade him out of conference for sure.
Oh yeah, I don't want Darius Slay to go. I don't want to have nothing to do with the Cowboys, even if it is business.
Right.
Remember what we did with Orlando Scandrick or whatever, that little scumbag spy? That was the last straw right there. I think Howie learned his lesson there. We're not gonna do no.
Remember
Cowboys.
we traded for we signed
that
DeMarco
dude was
Murray
like
from the
complete
Cowboys.
00 agent, dude. He left.
That
he
dude was also washed, man. I don't know why the hell we signed him.
I don't know why we did either.
That dude was washed, man.
I knew there was something sketchy about that trade from the get-go. I was like, dude, leave it to fucking Chip Kelly to do this.
So, I mean, when you look at the free agency, right, you still got to sign CJ. Like, I heard there was a rumor. I don't know if you saw it, but the Browns look like they're in the play for CJ. You know, and I mean, shit, if you want to go to Cleveland, that's fine.
I think any team would want Darius Slay, and any team would love to have CJ Gardner-Johnson. I think that's a fact. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want them unless you don't have the money to pay them or trade for them or get them? Any team would love to have them.
The Cardinals are releasing pass rusher Marcus Golden. Ooh.
What are we going to do with Sue, by the way? Sue and Joseph?
I think they walk.
We're not I think that was just to see, just to help us out in the Super Bowl.
For sure. So Devontae Smith just tweeted at Darius Slay, don't even think about it. And Darius Slay, they said, I don't want to, I want to stay, fam. So the fact he says, I want to stay, fam, means that, you know, he wants to stay, but he wants the money. Well, he's not getting that.
Yeah, that's all that means is he wants the money. Exactly right about that. Show me the money.
Let me ask you a question. You paying him top money? You give him a new contract like he wants?
No. You know, I will say this though. If you do think about each game we played this season, though, nobody threw Darius Slay's way after that Viking game. All year long, they were throwing James Bradbury way, even trying in between with the CJ Gardner-Johnson. It wasn't where they were picking on Epps. They were picking on Maddox and Johnson, back up to Maddox. How many games can you say, honestly, where Darius Slay was actually picked on? They were throwing Darius Slay's way. They did it all year long. I didn't see the Cowboys do it. I didn't see the Giants do it. I think the Commanders tried. That didn't work out. Because they know how dominant they play. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. There is no doubt about that. And you're not going to throw.
I never expect that.
He's got a whole lockdown on that side. No one's going to. If you look as a defensive coordinator, we can't throw Darius Slay. I mean, excuse me, as an offensive coordinator, and you're looking. We have the Eagles this week. Well, we're not going to be picking on Darius Slay's side, you know.
And then I respect that, but here's the thing, right? Big play Slay. When you call yourself big play, you got to show up in big games, right? The Super Bowl. He even know where the hell he was. He didn't bother looking, you know? And I've been saying along, like a 32-year-old corner, as much as Darius Slay's been productive, and I get it, I think he's still a good corner in this league. Right. But I'm not paying him top money. He wants a new contract, probably a lot more money he's getting right now. And that's not happening.
And where we can just get a 4-year deal, a rookie contract, and get like three cornerbacks in the draft. No problem.
get a guy like and I don't mean to cut you off, but I could go out and get
Yeah.
a guy like a Joey Porter Jr. or a guy like a Witherspoon or a guy like Cam Smith or
Exactly.
a guy
So
like Ringo
here's
or
another
someone
question.
like
They have all these mock drafts for the past 2 weeks, us picking a
yes.
cornerback and also an edge the first round because we have 2 first-round picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see us getting an edge anymore because we got Brandon Graham back and we have Sweat. Why do we need an edge? I mean, I guess if you're looking towards the future, but we have Sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could get a rookie edge still to, get Brandon Graham to train up. But don't forget that we have Sweat, and he's just as good, puts up just equivalent the stats. And remember, last year Sweat did all that damage because he didn't have Brandon Graham playing. And then this year put up the equivalent same amount of statistics and split the time completely with Brandon Graham and still put up the stats he did last year without having Brandon Graham playing at all. So Sweat is doing even better.
Oh shit, my fault. Shit. Sorry about that. Hold up, my fault. Ah shit. Damn. My fault. Come back in, bro. I didn't mean to ban you. My fault. I'm sorry about that. Hold it. Ah, shit. Fuck. Hold up. Time out. Um, hold up. Time out. Sorry about that. I accidentally kicked him off the stream. I'm sorry about that. Trying to get him back on. My fault. Shit. Sorry about that. Trying to get back on. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Come back in. I got you. There you go. Sorry about that. Shit. Texas AM, if you Eagles AM, if you listening, come back on, bro. I didn't mean kick you off, bro. I was trying to remove the article. That's what I was trying to do. And I actually kicked them off. My fault. I'm sorry about that. Still learning from this computer, man. So I appreciate you did come back on. Appreciate that. Oh man. Hopefully he comes back on. But we'll see what happens. See, I didn't mean to block him, so listen. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Oh, he's unblocked, so you can come back on now. I don't know what's up with this. Hold up. Let's see. Is he unblocked? I think he is. But we'll double check just in case. Yeah, you're unblocked, bro. I'm sorry about that. My fault. So we'll wait for a minute. For the AM, you're unblocked, dude. So you should be able to come back on if you're listening. I don't know what's up. I was trying to remove the article.
Doing one big thing.
Oh man. And I kicked you off by accident. I'm sorry about that, dude. Really am. Still learning with this new computer. So hopefully come back on so we still talk, man. I didn't mean to block you. So you're unblocked, dude. What's up? What's up, unknown? Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Definitely. I'm trying to get him back. I don't know what's up. God, I hate this shit, man. You should be unblocked though. Um. No. Fine. Oh, you should be unblocked, dude. I looked at it. You should be unblocked. So hopefully he comes back in. There we go.
Man,
Sorry,
that was weird. I don't know what happened. It said you blocked me from StreamYard. I was like, I didn't know you.
remove. I was trying to remove the article because, like, I was trying to remove the article so we can talk with each other because you had an article.
Oh yeah.
So then I clicked ban the article and it banned you too.
Oh shoot.
No, I'm sorry about that, man.
No, you're
so
fine.
anyway, what were you saying? Sorry about that.
I don't remember what we were talking about. I was just trying
We
to
were talking about cornerbacks you can get in this draft because we might be trained.
Oh, right. Yeah, look. I don't know if we're gonna still remain with an edge in the first round now since we have Brandon Graham coming back. So, do we go for Witherspoon instead?
I like him though.
Dude. They got Witherspoon going at like fifth pick. But every now and then when I do that mock draft, he lands with the Eagles. But man, I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go before us, man. I would love to have
Eagles of the Lions.
That'd be great. Darius Slay for Witherspoon. That would be a great replacement.
Yeah, I mean, that combine showed me that they have a fast cornerback selection this year. I mean, you got another corner that Darius Slay was drafted by the Lions in that school was from Mississippi was the Emmanuel Forbes. I would not mind getting him. I think that he is a guy that no one's talking about that could be a very good sleeper cornerback. He has a lot of speed, and the way he ran, pretty good. What? Go ahead.
Darius Slay and Witherspoon are the exact same height, 6 foot.
Yeah. I just think you got to go younger at corner, man. Like I feel like you cannot get Band-Aid corners. And I just want to put all this out. We're not getting Jalen Ramsey. Okay, so everybody can stop saying that because I see that on Twitter a lot. Getting Jalen Ramsey. If we trade Slay, we get Ramsey. Ramsey, welcome to Philly. We're not getting Ramsey. If we can't pay Darius Slay, what the hell you think we're going to pay Jalen Ramsey? Top money. Come on, man. So I've been seeing that a lot. Gotta stop, man.
Wait,
I don't want Ramsey here.
Bradbury's still got to be paid, right? Or
No, he's walking. He's
what's
getting
the-
top money.
no, wait, Bradbury signed. Oh,
Bradbury's a free agent.
okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah,
So-
yeah. We paid him a lot of money this year too. $7.25 million. He's gonna want about that or more.
Yeah, I'm not paying that. I'm sorry. He's almost 32. I'm guessing the Cardinals. Dane Jeremiah just say, I'm guessing the Cardinals will auction the third pick. They might trade that third pick now. They might.
And also, did
Well,
you know we have this new defensive coordinator? I am not happy about.
I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why I think it's a good hire. Right.
Okay.
I think it's a good hire for one reason because he made Chicago from a trash defense to a pretty good defense. For less talent that he had, I'm going to give him a benefit of doubt. At the end of the day, do I think he's the? Would I take him? No, I would have loved Lovie Smith, and I thought that Lovie Smith would have been Eagles DC. But Sean Desai is better than right now that better than what we're getting so far. There was some defense corners that I liked. I wanted that guy from Georgia. Unfortunately, he didn't want to come here. The guy from
Georgia.
another college guy.
The guy from Wisconsin. That was the number one guy. We had him in our office. Yeah. He sat down with us. We interviewed him and we let him go. I don't understand that one.
Because he's supposed to have to get hip surgery this year. He was going to be able to stand. So the Panthers gave up a lot, man. They better hope that one of those quarterbacks are going to be that good because they might destroy the whole franchise because of that.
Coach made a good point. Coach Ed made up a good point when I was in the last live stream I was at. They got Moore, right? DJ Moore out of this. That's a first round third pick overall, dude. So you get more. Bears get potentially this great first round wide receiver, top 3 pick overall if he was drafted this year. And then you have a 9th first round pick replaced with the Panthers. You get another first round pick next year, and then you get two first rounds. The Panthers gave up a leg and an arm because even with giving up more, you could have potentially saved yourself a second round pick and only just given away 1 second round pick. Instead, you gave away 2. And it's crazy. The Bears wanted more back last year during free agency. So they were saying you better put more in the pot. We ain't gonna take a deal with the Panthers unless we get more because you guys took them from us last year. So
and I'm so glad we don't have a GM like that. I'm glad we have Howard Rosen because Howard Rosen would say, "Excuse me, no, I'm not doing it."
No, yeah. No,
that's like trading Devontae Smith. That's like trading one of your guys, like a Devontae Smith, and a couple picks to move up. Man, it's not worth it.
No,
it's not worth it. But I guess if you're hungry for a quarterback, you'll go for that. But again, man, sometimes it's risky. Sometimes it pays off. But sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. Go ahead.
This whole draft better be catered towards mostly defense. The Eagles got to cater this whole draft towards defense. We're losing so many key places. We can't pay people. What do you think? We're going to pay Fletcher Cox? What are we going to do with him?
I think
he's going to want a fat deal. He's going to want a big fat contract. I'm just glad we don't have to do anything with Reddick. Reddick is coming back.
That
was music to my ears. I was like, oh, great. He'll be here for a few more years. But we got to get C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We need another safety.
You can't let him walk, man. And I've been saying long, like if you add C.J. Gardner-Johnson with a guy like Brian Branch, or you add a guy like C.J. Gardner-Johnson with Antonio Johnson if it takes Sam or Jordan Battle, how good would this safety secondary be? Just adding 2 good safeties to each other. Like I want to see what C.J. Gardner-Johnson does in that new defense because I'm starting to think it. I think the fact that he called out Jonathan Gannon, which I love the fact he called out Jonathan Gannon. People freak out.
I do too.
You should have called Jonathan Gannon. No, Jonathan Gannon is trash, man. Garbage. All right, I'm glad players are calling him out because if the fact they don't say it to your face shows you that they don't even think that you're man enough to even deserve to get something like a comment to your face. That shows me that they don't even believe you as a man.
No respect.
You know what I'm saying?
No respect.
No respect at all.
No respect. And Jonathan Gannon didn't respect them. You had key talent players. a number one defense against this Kansas City. The Kansas City defense sure looked like a top 10 defense during the Super Bowl when they weren't even a top 10 defense in the whole entire regular season. And then you got the Super Bowl, and they look amazing. And you got both teams making excuses about the field. Well, I don't see any excuses really being thrown Kansas City's way because they were going after Jalen Hurts. They were getting through the whole. Where was our defense? Where was our design on defense to get to Mahomes? We did it the first quarter. We were up by 10 points, man, and going into the half.
I remember after the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, I said, "Can Jonathan Gannon could he change up against a guy like Mahomes? Could he be aggressive against Mahomes or an Allen or Burrow?"
Right.
I'm so glad we didn't play Joe Burrow. Just think about how much damage they could have done to us.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
not only that, you can't do a zone coverage in the red zone on either Mahomes or Burrow. They're going to fucking pick out. That's what they do is pick out. They throw TD passes. They don't run it in.
Making me cry.
You knew before this game and years prior that Mahomes was a TD passer. The man of the hour, Mr. Showtime, prime time. The man's going to throw at least 4 TD passes. And look what he did in the Super Bowl. He threw TD passes. And you let him just so easily. And it was like we had no red zone defense. That historical Eagles red zone defense completely dissipated at the Super Bowl. Wasn't even there. We didn't even show up because I blame our defensive coordinator for slacking.
I do too. I mean, and people talk about, well, the players got to play in the good. The player, I hear a lot of people talk about the players got to show up. Yeah, that's great and fine. But if the defense corner does not put the players in best positions to win, how is the player supposed to execute? You know, we talk about good defense coordinators. What do? I've seen guys like with Jonathan Gannon with less talent. I mean, guys who are good defense coordinators that have less talent than Gannon still be able to win. You know, so I'm not making excuse for Jonathan Gannon. I think Jonathan Gannon's a shitty defense coordinator who had all this talent in the world until he played a game, a guy who was elite or quarterback that was elite like Mahomes and got beat. You know, it was great that you played against Brock Purdy. Who's Brock Purdy? Let's be real. Who's Daniel Jones?
Yeah, no. That's all the 49ers excuses is, you lost to a backup, whatever.
Yeah, but they weren't saying that when the beginning started, right?
Let's just say it how it is. This is how it is. Jonathan Gannon came over with Nick Sirianni from the Colts. That's it. He was just somebody to bring over because we didn't have a offensive coordinator. So to field Nick Sirianni to sweeten the pot, make him feel comfortable, he wanted to bring over his guy, his defensive coordinator from the Colts, and that's what it was. There was nothing more to the story. It was nothing impressive with him in the Colts. We saw him in the Colts with Wentz. He was nothing. He was trash. He just came over, and the reason why Jonathan Gannon now has a head coaching job is because of our defense and our players that were so talented and so good. Because honestly, I don't understand why anyone want to hire the man as a head coach. You lost in Arizona at the Super Bowl, okay? Why would you want to hire the man that lost at Arizona, and now you're going to have him playing head coach for 17 weeks in Arizona? Good luck. Good luck, Cardinals.
Fact. The fact is he got it. No, let's be real. Kyler Murray is not a good quarterback. Not only that, you're losing DeAndre Hopkins. You don't got to have for your defense. Your defense is going to be walking. Anymore. I don't think Arizona's going to pay their quarterback. Who they losing? Aren't they losing Byron Murphy, the cornerback over there in free agency this year? They're losing him. So they're relying on the top pick. And it's just like, if he can't coach a team to go to a Super Bowl, what makes you think he's going to be a great head coach? That has more responsibilities, right?
Right.
Like, I'm just happy he's gone. You know, at the end of the day, I've been saying all since last year. I thought he should have been fired last year.
But I feel like
no excuse why you lose against
Gannon in the building. I honestly feel we have a new Jonathan Gannon in a worse one. If you look at him in the Bears, when he was tenure with the 2 years where he was at the Bears, a defensive coordinator, awful. We look at what last year he did with Seattle as a defensive coordinator for that 1 year, awful. How do you lose to the Raiders? Mind you, let me just refresh everyone's memory. The Raiders sucked ass this year, right? 2022, they suck. How do you lose with Seattle home field advantage and you lose to the Raiders in overtime with a 40 burger? Yeah. You gave up 40 points to the Raiders. That's like the best game they had all year. Then you lose to the Panthers in Seattle by a 30 burger. You gave up their points. So now I'm thinking to myself, wow, our offense of the Eagles this year is going to have to at least put up 30 or 40 points just to win the game because our defense is going to giving up 30, 40 points because of our defensive coordinator this year. Yeah, you can say, oh, we still got some talent. No, we don't. We're going to be losing a lot of players to free agency this year in trades. It ain't going to be the same defense coming around this year.
I think Kyle Rose is going to make some trades to get more pieces.
And then this rumor about Matt Patricia, that was just an arm and a leg gab. That was just bullshit. I don't know who wrote that hot take article, but they sure got Eagles fans riled up.
Jeff Mosher.
How can we get Eagles fans to read our articles today? Oh, just put Matt Patricia in the article and say they're going to possibly have an interview with him. That's all that was. I haven't heard a single thing about Matt Patricia since that day where they said there was going to be something about him coming. Why would Matt Patricia work underneath a defensive coordinator? I don't understand that one. He's got a nice coach.
I mean,
Belichick right now.
We're gonna see what happens though. I'm gonna give the guy a chance, and if the guy sucks, he sucks, and I'll call his ass out again, just like I did with Jonathan Gannon. But I got to give him a chance. I got to see what he is.
Yeah, you're right. You got to give.
I got to see. Yeah, I got to give him a chance.
I'm already going to be gouging at him already in the offseason. I don't care. Week 1 better show me something because I don't see him beating. Here's another guy. The guy we hired as a defensive coordinator. If you look back in his entire defensive coaching career, and even when he wasn't a defensive coordinator, when he was just an assistant at something else in another position as a defensive coach, the man has never beaten Kansas City Chiefs. And we have the Chiefs this year, and it's going to be in Kansas City. I don't see this guy going to beat Kansas City.
We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens.
I chalk that one up as a loss. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to say I'm be the first one, and I hate to what am I trying to say? To break the bear of the bad news and be the first one to say this, but I don't see us getting more than 10 wins this year. I hate to say that. If you look at our schedule, man, and you look at what is going around, and especially in our division, yeah, you could say the Cowboys got a free agency problem, and so do the Giants. They got to pick up some free agency, and we're really not worried about the Redskins. But I hate to tell you, I really think it's going to be a very hot-fought season this year, unlike last year. You know, we had an easy schedule. That was a fact. We did have an easy schedule. This year, it's not going to be an easy schedule. A lot of these hard opponents that we have to face are going to be in LA. They're going to be in Kansas City. You know, we're going to be away to all these important games. Yeah, there's a few where they're going to be in Philadelphia, but I mean, like the Dolphins. But we historically can't beat the freaking Dolphins, and the Dolphins are actually good this year. You know, going to be good this coming year with Tua and them. So I could chalk even the Dolphins up as a loss. Even when we were supposed to beat the Dolphins back when we had Chip Kelly, we couldn't get it done, and the Dolphins were shitty back then. I hate it because they're my family, half my family, my cousins, they're all Dolphin fans. I hate every Christmas going to see them and being like sitting with them at the Christmas table like, fuck you and your fucking Dolphins. Eagles should have whooped your ass. You know? You ain't even going to the playoffs, and we are.
I mean, listen,
Sit down and eat your damn Christmas dinner because I don't want to hear anything about postseason with the Dolphins.
No, I'll be the Dolphins. Oh, man. But yeah, like, we got to see what Jonathan Gannon is, man. Like, I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm going to see what he is. Sean decides. I mean, we can't do nothing but give him a chance. Hey, right? He's not getting fired.
You're the first one to say the name right. I can't even get his last name right.
Sean Desai. DS.
I just called him Sean D. Dr. Sean D. Dr. Dre. Diddy. I called him Diddy too. Sean Diddy.
Listen. You ever notice every time we don't want a guy or a head coach, they end up being good? Like, we wanted Jonathan Gannon. You know, the Eagle fans wanted Jonathan Gannon, and he turned out to be a disaster. So I feel like the Eagles, the fact that we don't want him, he might be good. You know? I'm willing to give him a chance. Like I said, we got nothing but to give him a chance.
Last year with that Bucs game was it for me. What I saw his defensive game plan against Tom Brady when we were down at the Buccaneers, holy moly, what were we thinking? We had no defensive scheme, no plan at all. It was just like, Tom Brady, what can I do? It's like, no, fuck you, Gannon. It's Tom Brady. Do something. Try at least.
Let him stay there.
Woo. So, this was your moment,
Green
Jonathan Gannon, to say, hey, I maybe lost to Tom Brady, but I didn't do so bad. No, you did horrible against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
Oh, he absolutely. Did you remember it wasn't even a close game. It was a blowout, man.
It was
He got
so bad.
blown
And
out.
don't blame it because Jalen Hurts threw 2 picks. That was no, you can't blame that. Okay, you can't blame.
If we
that
want to
on
do that, then let's
Jalen
blame
Hurts.
Mr. Rager, Mr. Guy who fumbled in the punt return.
Twice.
We can blame him too.
That game. Twice.
Exactly.
Maybe the first one he didn't fumble it. He fumbled it and then picked it up and recovered it. But that second one ultimately was a fumble that led to them getting the ball. That happened twice. I saw that. We all saw it. That was terrible. Rieger, bye-bye. Where is Rieger, by the way? Is he even in the league?
The Vikings. He's in the Vikings.
Yep,
so here's an interesting
thing
right there, right? There, when you look at the Kiss situation, it says right now the Eagles have allowed Darius Slay, agent Drew House trade. Eagles remain hopeful to find a solution to keep him in Monmouth Green. Slay is due to base salary of $17 million with a large $13.798 million dead when his contract's void. I mean, he's heading to age 33. He's headed into his age 33 in the season. Extending his tough to consider. I get how we wanted to see the season through, but the contract being roadblock. Restructuring is a challenge with the numbers already piled up at the end of the contract.
You know, one thing though, I don't think age is a real big factor with Darius Slay here. I could still see him having 2 good more prime years to about 35, something like that, and then maybe injuries might come into effect. I don't see a problem with Darius Slay. I think what you're saying. I just don't see it. When you bring up age, and I see what you're saying, age can be a big factor on this contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like why would I pay this 33-year-old? I know he's maybe got 2 more good prime years left, but I'm not going to give him top dollar. I mean, not when we got so much more other needs, especially on the Eagles right now. And we can also draft a cornerback and have a rookie deal. Like I said, we could draft 3 cornerbacks this year, have 3 of them, and then maybe 2 of them don't work, and we finally settle for 1 of them.
I'll just be happy we take a rookie corner. Can we get a rookie corner? We haven't drafted one since Little Shepard, man. So,
I know, right? I forgot. I always forget about that. And Shepard was the man.
Shepard, Sheldon Brown was 2002, wasn't
Dude, do you remember? Oh my God, who's the guy that does? He goes all the way. Berman, the guy who goes all the way. And then he was sitting there. There was a highlights back in the day with Lito Shepard, and he was like, Lito on the road. That was Chris Berman doing the highlights with the top 10 because Lito Shepard was that good when they used to have Eagle highlights and stuff.
Lito? Whoa,
yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, what's that song? I'm trying to remember that song. One for the road. Lito. I have the highlights on my YouTube channel. Just look up Lito on the road. I don't want you to get copyrighted, so don't play it. But
no,
I have the highlight on my YouTube channel. It's the funniest thing with Chris Berman. Dude, Chris Berman used to love Lito Shepard.
He did, yeah. I'm just seeing a lot of Bears, man. What do you think of Brandon Graham coming back, man? Brandon Graham, I thought, was very important for this defense. You know, you get him on the 1-year deal. He's been a leader, been a Super Bowl champion. I think he deserved the Super Bowl MVP. I know a lot of people like Nick Foles, but the fact that he struck Tom Brady out when you needed the ball back in the critical moments, a leader, a guy that's a veteran, and the fact that he wanted to come back because of Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen Hurts is making everybody better, not just on the offense but defense, right? Because he's a leader that we want for a long time, and that just shows that his leadership. The fact that players want to come back to play for him on a cheap deal. You know, Brandon Graham could have sit there and said, "You know what? I want to test the market. I feel like I deserve more." Than just a 1-year.
No, dude, Brandon Graham's always renegotiated his contracts with Howie, and he's always wanted to be an Eagle. That's what I love about Brandon Graham. Now, I want to see the same with Fletcher Cox now. I really do believe Fletcher Cox wants to stay. I really think he wants to stay just as much as Brandon Graham, not as much as Slay. Slay just wants to stay just because, you know, he wants to stay, you know, because he probably doesn't want to move. And I honestly do think he is an Eagles fan, and I think his wife, Miss Slay, she likes being an Eagle. I think she likes the fans too. I think it also has to do with her a little bit. Think about it. You got to listen to your wife a little bit. Got to go where the money goes, of course. But Miss
Slay's gonna go where the money is, man. Like I feel like the Eagles are going to trade Darius Slay, and they're going to get CJ signed because you only got what's next week is free agency, right? Monday. Yeah. You got until Monday to get this done, so you got no time. Really? Today is Friday, so you got like 4 days to get this done.
So no wonder everything's been going crazy this whole afternoon. Every second, like something's been dropping. The news has been flying out right now, dude. It's been crazy afternoon.
Exactly. And right now, I mean, you got to get some done with Slay because if Slay don't want to be here, just say it. We'll find our trade partner for you. You might not like it, but we'll find a trade partner for you that'll take your money, take your cap, and we can sign up players. Because I feel like you got to find a way to sign CJ. I don't care what it takes, whether you want to trade Darius Slay or not, you got to sign CJ Gardner-Johnson because he is a 25-year-old safety that's going to be walking for nothing. I don't know about you, but
the Bears could get Slay. They have all the money in the world. They have like 100.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Bears could make Slay going to the Bears. Makes so much sense.
They got so much money, and they need a better defense. And now they have all these draft picks. They got their wide receiver. They really just need a better offensive line, a new quarterback.
Could you imagine all those picks that they just got? Could you just imagine all those picks they got? They trade one of them to Philadelphia for Darius Slay.
There you go. And it ain't going to be a first round, but they got two.
I'm not saying it's a first round, but I'll take a second rounder though. You got to give me a second rounder.
You have to go with a second round. It'll be a second round and a fourth round, or 2 fifths and a 6th. That could also be potential. Maybe not the 4th, but we get 2 fifths and a 6th. Because think about it, the Eagles don't have a 5th, 6th. Wait, we don't have a 4th, 5th, and a 6th. Is that right? There's like 3 rounds the Eagles don't even have draft picks.
No, 1 second rounder. We got 1 second rounder. I don't think we got a 4th or a 5th. I got
or a 6th. We have 2 7ths though.
Hold on. Let me put it on the screen real quick. So let me do draft picks 2023. Here we go. Ready? All right. So.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, let me put that up. That's why I love having a computer, man. So you can add things.
Oh, so yes. I got my tabs. I got like 10 tabs up right now going on. Mm-hmm. Just so much easier to type.
So is this for this year? So we got, is this the Note? Yeah, this is the Note 20. Hold on. Is this the right one? Hold on.
That don't look right.
That don't look right, does it?
No. Because we have a 10th or a 9th. What was it? The 10th round pick, and that's not the 10th round pick. That might have been last year. No, that wasn't last year either. What was the 30th? No. Something's not right with that one. I don't know what's up with that.
That's mock draft. Mock trade. Hold up. The Eagles was they always have those draft picks because they always got the mock draft. It's crazy. Here we go. I think I found it. I think I found it. All right, here we go. There you go. So, let's see. This is just mock draft, man. Can you show me the draft picks, please? Eagles draft picks.
2023.
Right, 2023. Yeah, that's what I looked up.
Yeah, I don't know why it says 30 and 31. Did we just do something that I don't know about?
Yo, Howie Roseman was so fast. You don't know what he does.
Did we trade back?
I don't think so. I would have got a notification on my phone.
That can't be right.
Nah, that can't be, bro. Why am I seeing that, though?
Yeah, Eagles got the 1 from 10. Then we got the 30th pick. I'll look it up. I'm right here. Here we go. Eagles got the 10, the 30, The second round is going to be 62. The third round is going to be 94. And then, yeah, we don't have a fourth, fifth, or a sixth. It goes immediately to the seventh round, which is the second pick in the seventh round overall. First the Bears, then us. And we got that from Houston through Minnesota. And then we have 248. And that's it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks total.
Yeah, and we get some comp picks, I believe, from Miles
Now,
Sanders Watson.
Hear me out here.
Go ahead.
I can see us dropping back like we did last year. So we'll still have 2 first-round picks. Hear me out.
Okay.
So we're not going to get the top 10 pick. We're going to move back to like 17 or something, maybe 20. And that way we are going to get a first, a fifth, and a sixth, and then next year a first-round pick. So we'll have 2 first-round picks next year as well, but we're going to have to move back that 10th round pick. You know someone's going to want that 10th round pick.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
And are you going to you can still have 2 round picks next year. You'll get your 4th, your 5th, and your 6th. So those won't be empty slots anymore to fill because we definitely need a 4th round pick. I don't know what's about the 5th or the 6th. That's fine. But I definitely want a 4th round pick because you can get some really good talent in the 4th round, like a running back.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to trade at 10th. I might trade at 30th, though. But
30, 10th, you won't get your first round pick, though, for next year.
Yeah, but what happens if there's a guy like Gonzalez on the board at 10? If there's a guy like Gonzalez on the board or Jalen Carter on that board, are you trading that 10th pick overall?
Yeah, so that way next year you have 2 first-round picks. You can still continue doing the same thing and just keep going on and on and on.
You need talent. You need talent this year. I'm not willing to trade my 10th pick if I could get a guy like Christian Gonzalez on my team.
The talent this year, even if we did, I guess you could say, yeah.
I mean, are you going to allow someone to take a guy like Gonzalez away from us? If we have a chance to get Gonzalez.
We
need corner.
Hear me out here. What if Gonzalez doesn't want to be an Eagle, though?
He got no choice. If I'm drafting him, you going to be an Eagle.
Hey, but I do think sometimes, man, Howie Roseman.
Who wouldn't want to be in? We just came back from a Super Bowl. Who would not want to be in?
Then we're going to have another Marcus Smith problem. We're going to have another Jalen Reagor problem. And then, you don't think Gonzalez is going to be a good corner in this league? No, I do think he's going to be a great corner. He might not want to play shit for the Eagles, though, because he doesn't want to be a Philadelphia Eagle.
Why would you not think that?
Just play mediocrely until I get the hell out of here because I don't want to be an Eagle.
I mean,
and it has happened.
Did he say that? Did he say he not want to be?
No. I didn't say he said that. No, I didn't say it. I'm just saying hypothetically, if the guy that we want at 10 is not there, is not our main guy, and maybe it not be Gonzalez. Maybe it might be we wanted Witherspoon. He's gone. He's off the board. Let's trade back. We can get someone at 17 that we are still interested in, that we could still get, and still move back, still get another first-round pick for 2024, and then get our 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's all I'm saying. If our guy just isn't there to be landed at 10, and then we have someone that really wants someone at 10 and wants to make a deal with the Eagles, that's possible. Now, you could also say that for the 30th pick, too, as well. Say our 30th pick comes around. Our guy isn't there. But somebody that has a future second round wants to move on up and get another first-round pick. Okay, give us your second round pick. So we have 2 second rounds now. You can give us your first for 2024 and a 5th and a 6th. We probably won't get a 4th, but we'll get a 5th and a 6th.
I'm not trading the 10th pick if I could get a starter on this team this year. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying if our guy isn't there.
If your guy's not there, then not. Yeah, I might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If our guys, if Gonzalez isn't there, if Witherspoon isn't there, all that's left is maybe like I don't know. I don't know. Like wide receivers. We don't need wide receivers, so why would we draft one?
I mean, we could use another receiver. Quez Watkins might not be the guy.
That's
nothing. We might trade Quez.
Pascal showed more dominant. I mean, I have to say he's not a Fulgham, but Pascal showed a lot more than Quez Watkins this year. Quez Watkins had to be the biggest disappointment for the past 2 years. And even last year, how long did we have to wait for Quez Watkins' first TD? And then we see at the Vikings game, we get spoiled. We see this amazing touchdown with him during that Vikings game, that long, amazing catch during that Vikings game. And then what did we see from Quez Watkins for the rest of the year?
Oh, I'll show you what we saw.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're going to show me. That missed opportunity during the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
That really hurt me, man.
We all saw that one, dude. Right through his hands.
So the NFL Twitter, I don't know if you can share this on the computer, but I'll send it to you anyway. Okay. This is the draft board right now. I just sent it to you. The list of the draft board on Twitter.
Okay, let me go Twitter.
I sent it to your DMs. But
I still don't. You said on Twitter in my DMs, I didn't get it. Are you
I
sure
just sent it to you. Brian Cassidy?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Let's give it a second. I just got to load in.
And then I won't if I want to take an article, I'll ask you to take it off. That way we don't block you. I didn't want that.
No, that was funny, dude. I wasn't worried. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. That was really interesting.
You could kick someone off the studio.
I thought you can. No, I know you can do that, but I didn't know you can completely block someone that's in the studio. I thought you can only block somebody that was in the comments section. Like you
no, you can go. You can go right. If someone like, for example, someone knows you, you can kick them off the studio or block them.
Yeah, that might come in handy when people keep going into backstage and I don't want them there after I particularly said don't join the link. It's only for this person and they keep joining the link. I will block you, yes. Like I told you that I only want this person and you're entering in the studio and I don't want you.
You can unblock them too if you want. You can go.
Yeah, you go through the settings. I saw. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, the Panthers got the first round pick. I don't know what the Panthers would the Panthers take Will Anderson with the first round pick? Would they do that?
Say that one more time.
Would the Panthers take a guy like Will Anderson with the number overall pick, like Myles Garrett, in the first round?
I don't know.
Would they take Will Anderson with the overall number 1 pick? Would they do that? Would they pass up on a quarterback to take a defensive end?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could totally see it. If they're not dead set on Bryce or Stroud. I mean, but I don't see that now because you can obviously already predict what the Panthers are going to do. You're not going to trade up and give away all those first-round picks for an edge. Or
I think they're going after Richardson. That's my whole. I think they're
Richardson.
Going after Richardson.
I was going to say the dude from Kentucky with the L.
Levis.
Yeah. Or I think it's just going to be Stroud. I don't think it's going to be Bryce Young. I don't think Bryce Young. And the reason why I say that is I don't think he has the weight and he doesn't have the height.
Yeah. You don't be so crazy. Somehow he falls to Philadelphia with decision.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
That would be crazy if he falls to number 10. And Howard Roseman is just sitting there with a cornerback.
Dude, let me tell you, that right there is going to be a guy you will see in the NFL for a long time, Will Anderson. That guy's going to be a monster. Hey, dude, there's nothing wrong with Witherspoon.
No.
Nothing wrong with it. Look, I'll do a mock draft right now, just real quick, just to see what the Eagles will land right now. Let's start it off.
Last time I did the mock draft, man, they took my guy.
Oh, shoot, Witherspoon. I can draft Witherspoon right now. Should I do it?
Sure, if he's the best corner on the board.
Right, he's the best corner on the board. The other would be 2 wide receivers, which is Quentin Johnston, Jack Smith, Najaba.
That dude's a beast, though.
That guy from Ohio State. Yeah.
But he wants to be a Dallas Cowboy, man. I don't know if I want to take a guy who wants to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Hey, well, we took Dallas Goedert, and look what happened. He's been there.
But he didn't want to be a Dallas Cowboy, man. This dude wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. Why the hell you want to be that dude?
See, this is what I'm saying.
Michael Parsons trying to get out.
You could go back and get a safety in like Brian Branch from Alabama.
I think he's going to go in the first round, though.
Fantastic.
He
Oh,
goes
he's
somewhere
going to
like
be gone in the first round. But I'm saying, if our guy doesn't land at 10, say be Witherspoon or whoever we're looking at, like an edge, like you said, Anderson, we go back to say pick 15 between 17. You get your first round pick for 2024. You get your fourth, fifth, and your sixth, and then you can get someone like a safety in Brian Branch from Alabama, or you can get
Or
the guy
Antonio
Van
Johnson.
Ness from the edge from Iowa, or the
I like him.
cornerback Joey Porter from Penn State. He's going to be available.
You know, there's a lot of people down on Joey Porter. They say he gets beat a lot, but listen, every corner's going to get beat in college. No one's perfect.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
especially
sometimes,
college, yeah.
sometimes guys who get beat in college are the best ones in the NFL.
What about Nolan
because they
Smith,
got
the
beat.
edge from Georgia?
That's the
Then you
guy. I
got
can see
Miles
with
Murphy,
Porter.
the edge from Clemson. He's going to be a savage. Miles Murphy.
No, when you think of it, does the Panthers maybe are they trying to go after Nolan Smith because he's a high pick? You pair him up with Brian Burns
Nolan, are you talking about Nolan Smith?
in Carolina.
Carolina. Are you sure you're not Georgia? Nolan Smith from Georgia. He's the edge.
Georgia, yeah, but do you think he'll be the no overall first round pick?
No, not
That's
Nolan
edge.
Smith. No. Dude, the first
Think about the
overall pick's
Panthers.
going to be a quarterback. You know the Panthers are picking a quarterback, so
We talk about the Panthers right here, man.
we're talking about the Panthers. And they're not set on the quarterback they drafted last year.
No, didn't they just draft what's his name? The guy that everybody was mocking us to in the second
what's
round.
his name? Sam Darnold.
No, not that dude. The guy that
Matt Corral.
Matt
Phillip-
Corral.
Corral.
Yeah,
Corral, whatever. I'm bad with names.
Matt Corral. It's all right. I'm bad with names too.
It just blows my mind.
They got to be something, man. Wouldn't it be awesome? We get a Darius Slay trade while we're alive, man. That would go epic. Yo, that'd be crazy. See, yeah, Chicago Bears have traded the first. Yeah, they gave up a lot, man.
Yeah. They gave up weight. They gave up an arm and a leg. I mean, that's what you got to do to get to the first round pick. That just blows my mind. They gave up their whole entire. I mean, you got rid of their running back. You sent them over to the 49ers and McCaffrey. You get rid of your top wide receiver. What do the Panthers have now? They're just going to get this
Slay
quarterback.
just said he wants to. You know I want to stay, fam. Well, then sign a restructured deal and stop crying. Like, come on, man. Like, if Darius Slay has all the power right now, it's just a restructured deal. Like, come on, stop playing with us. Like,
Right.
Like, I'm telling you right now, like, Darius Slay don't got that much time. He better start restructuring now because the Eagles going to pick for him. No, they might not want to restructure. They might want to.
I like the way you said that. The Eagles are going to pick for you.
They are.
They are. I know they are. Yeah. They will pick
Like,
for you. They
we don't got all day. We
We'll
don't
go
got
to
all
Seattle,
day.
see your friend Diggs. We'll get a second round. You all got plenty of picks in Seattle we could take.
I'm not trading him to Seattle. I'm trading somewhere he don't want to go to. I'm evil like that. I'm not trading him to Chicago.
Wait, don't we have to face Seattle this year coming up too?
Yeah.
That's right. And I'm not even worried about them, but I should
What
be.
about the Jacksonville Jaguars with Doug Peterson?
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I could see that. But I see it more who has the most money because he's going to want a fat contract.
And we acquired Tyson Campbell back, the cornerback from Georgia.
You want the quarterback from Georgia?
The cornerback from Georgia. We trade Darius Slay.
Oh, got you.
And we exchanged him for Tyson Campbell out of Jacksonville. So we
Where
get
is
a
that
cornerback back.
Question: Where do you think the quarterback of Georgia Bulldogs is going to end up going? That walk-on quarterback that has proven everybody.
As long as we don't go to Philadelphia.
I have a question. Do you think he's a first round? I don't think so. I think he's a second, third round pick. But I can see him possibly being a decent quarterback. I think he has another year in him, doesn't he? And Bennett, that's his name.
So they got the Eagles. So PFF has the mock draft. They got Panthers taking CJ Stroud, Bryce Young going to the Houston Texans.
Oh,
Will
shit.
Anderson
He's
Jr.
going to be drafted this year? I thought he had one more year. That Bennett guy is going to be drafted.
Yeah, he's 28 years old too.
They all are saying that he just bumped up his grade during the combine.
The dude was all right, man. He wasn't great. He was all right.
I don't know, man. He threw for 4,100 yards in 12 weeks. That's pretty damn impressive for 27 TDs and only 7 TDs. Remember,
Yeah,
they don't
sure.
have a full 17 opponents. They only have 12 games to get 4,100 yards. He's up there with Drake May, dude, from UNC, who does have one more year. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I thought for sure the Giants were going to get Drake May. That's gone. I can totally see now the Cowboys getting Drake May. What do you think? Or potentially, no, the
They're
Redskins.
going to take that.
That one guy. Where do you think Drake May might land from UNC?
I don't know, man.
He's going to be that guy is going to be as good as Joe Burrow, dude. I hate to tell you, keep your eye out for Drake May, dude. He's got one more year for college in him. He's not going to be drafted this year. He'll be in the 2024 draft. So we'll watch out for Drake May, UNC. That dude, and he can scramble and flip into the end zone just like Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. He has no care in the world to do some flip into the end zone. Guy's amazing. He gets like almost 5,000 yards passing. He's unbelievable.
So the Rams are looking to trade Matthew Stafford.
Do you blame him? He sucks.
I've been saying that, but people tell me he was good.
No.
Oh! You mean you remember Lil Play Slay, the dude, the little kid that?
Yeah.
He told me that Hassan Reddick. He told everybody Hassan Reddick's not better than Micah Parsons. He's not better than Joey Bosa. I mean, Nick.
Whatever happened to Big Play Slay? Is he around? I haven't seen him in a long time. It's been like a year.
But
is he even alive? Did his voice finally stop cracking? Every time he talk, then we're like, every time he talk. Like, dude, how old are you?
It didn't work out well.
He said he was 15. I was like, dude, your voice cracks when you're like 12 or 13 years old. How is your voice cracking and you're in high school, dude? You pick up a girl, can I go out with you?
So I'm gonna send you the tweet what he said, bro, because he said Hassan Reddick is in a prime example of why you don't hype over a good player to an elite player. I don't ever want to hear anyone ever say he's in the same tier as Nick Bosa or Micah Parsons when he's nowhere near close to their talent. He's good, not elite. Big difference. Okay. All right, man. If you really think that okay. Ron, what carry on.
Hold on 1 second, Mark.
Yeah. Some ego controllers, bro. Micah Parsons is better than is not better than Hassan Reddick, bro. We found that out.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me a drink, man. I'm dying. Hold on.
Go ahead. This is crazy. Interesting. Interesting.
Your money back. I'm serious. That Coca-Cola, Mom, you would probably like it. It's super sweet and sweet like Pepsi. Try it. The Sam's Cola outside. She probably would love it, Dad. I would think it's disgusting. I just want to let you know, though, Mom, it's sweeter than Pepsi. I'd rather have Pepsi. That shit. Sorry, I was talking. I got this Coke from Sam's Club, dude. I don't know if they changed their formula or whatever, dude, but it don't even taste like Coca-Cola. It tastes like cotton candy. I don't know what they did to their product. So I had to go back to the store and get me some real deal Coca-Cola, man, because I can't stand sweet. I was like, dude, I'd rather have a Pepsi right now. And I'm a Coke fan.
Hey.
I'd rather have a Pepsi. That's how bad it was, that sweet, whatever Sam's Cola they did to their formula. And I used to love Sam's Cola, but they did something. It's horrible.
Hey, I just sent you the tweet. From
let me check it out. Sorry about that. Dude, I don't know why it's not going through, but I'm not. Are you sure you're sending it to me?
I just sent it to you. Check your Twitter. Check your DMs.
Let me reload. Oh, there it is. I guess I had to reload. Something's wrong with my Twitter. Sorry. Okay, I did. Carolina's on the clock via Chicago. Hassan Reddick is the prime example of why you don't hype up a good player to an elite player. I don't ever want to hear anyone ever say he is the same tier as Nick Bosa. And was this 4 hours ago today? Dude, you can totally tell a lot of people don't like it because you could see all the retweets in the comments. He got more comments and quoting.
He blocked me. I can't respond to him.
This is look, Joe Castro. I love Joe Castro. He's the most knowledgeable. I like him. This is a dumb statement. Y'all just be screaming over here. It's that ECG. It's all in the boys.
Some people, man. Okay, Hassan Reddick's not elite. All right, man. Keep thinking that.
That's why nobody.
The fact that you even tweet
that's why nobody watches that ECG crap. It's the most outlandish thing I've ever heard in my life.
According to him, Joey Porter Jr. is the worst cornerback in the draft.
Do you remember who was 53 on the Eagles defense that was a linebacker that sucked? Bradham. Do you remember Nigel Bradham? Dude, when he was a rookie, I don't know if Eagle fans didn't notice, but I even had Tom Stakes and I had Nelson Lee, who are probably the most knowledgeable Eagle fans that you could probably find on Twitter or anywhere. And I literally was like, Nigel Bradham's got to go. This guy sucks ass. They literally ate me up, chewed me out, and I gave them great facts. I was like, every single touchdown that's happened was because of Nigel Bradham's fault. Literally give it. Guess what? 3 years later, after the Super Bowl and all that shit, guess what happened to Nigel Bradham? We got rid of him because he's so awful of a linebacker. I was the first one to say it.
Yeah.
53. Just look out for 53.
But you're crazy if you think we're going to trade Jalen Hurts. I heard you on Mitch Koski podcast. Tell about you going to trade Jalen Hurts.
We're not
trading Jalen Hurts.
Not next year. I'm saying within the third year of the fourth year contract, whether it be through injuries or whether it be Howie Roseman's rebuild situation. Now, think about this real quick. What has Howie Roseman been doing literally since we got rid of Andy Reid? We got Chip Kelly. We rebuilt with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly got rid of everyone, destroyed everything. What did we do after we got rid of Chip Kelly? We got Doug Peterson. We literally rebuilt and got everything all over again. We got rid of Doug Peterson. We got Nick Sirianni. We completely destroyed the Eagles and rebuilt and got everyone again through 1 year deals and contracts. Nick Sirianni might not stay.
I think he stays.
I think he stays too. But, dude, give it the same amount of time as Doug Peterson. Give it the same amount of time as Chip Kelly. Give it 4 years. We'll talk 4 years from now. We're going to literally have this conversation in 2026, 2027. That's how far down the line I'm talking about when Jalen Hurts is gone. Mm-hmm. And be honest with you, dude, you really see Jalen Hurts sticking around as long as McNabb? Because the league has changed, man. The league is not like back in the day where you could have Cunningham and a Jaworski and a McNabb, and they would last for a long time. Look what happened to Vic. Look what happened to Nick Foles. Look what happened to Mark Sanchez. Look what happened to Wentz. I could go on and on and on. Look what happened to Minshew. Everyone was all about this Minshew magic. Woo! This year he stunk.
Wow! I told people we were going to lose to the Saints, and people told me I was crazy. I said, Minshew was trash, bro.
Oh, dude, I knew we were. Minshew just was.
I didn't think he had a good game against the Cowboys. I know a lot of people thought he did. I didn't think he had a good game.
No, he didn't. No, he did not have a good game against the Cowboys. Who said that?
A lot of people.
Oh,
that's why they had confidence that
Minshew, that hard fucking rock.
I was arguing with AK Eagle, shot to him, but I was arguing when I said Minshew is. He said, "Well, he'll give it a chance. Mitchell's going to be better. Listen, he's going to." I'm saying Minshew is going to be so garbage against that Saints. That Saints defense is good than you think he did.
That was during the. That was during the New Year's Eve game, right? December 3rd.
That was when Minshew. That's when Minshew decided to throw a pick right to Marshall Lattimore, man. When AJ Brown told him not to. Oh, he was awful.
Yeah, there it is. Minshew, 355, 2 Ds, 2 interceptions, and dude, half of the completions he went 24 for 40. That's horrible. I don't care if you got 355 yards. Half of it, you could have gotten 500 yards that game if you completed your passes.
He needs to save that stash off his face, man. Before
2 DDs and two interceptions, and we lost the game. The reason we lost that game because of 2 interceptions. I'll never forget. You're right.
You remember how many people thought he was a franchise quarterback?
No, get you smoking.
There's a lot of people who think he's a franchise quarterback. So John McMullen just tweeted, perhaps the Eagles are hesitant to add years as a similar number to where Slay is now. He's 32 and had the much better first half than the second half of the season. Sounds like a go out and see if others would offer more than the Eagles' perspective. Interesting. I think he gets traded, man. I think he's gone.
Oh, I think so too.
I think he gets traded, bro. And I think it's not going to affect us like a lot. Like a lot of people think that we can't trade him by June 1st. I think there's some team that's going to take a chance on him. That's going to take all his money, all his dead cap, and I think they're going to take it with them. So we're not going to get hit with that.
No.
And think about it. We cleared Darius Slay's contract off the books. We could sign guys like C. Jagon Johnson. You know, we can sign guys like Jalen Hurts. And Sean Bradley just tweeted, "Hey, gang, hell no, bro. You good right here, bro." Sean Bradley better hope he's not next either, because he might be out the door soon.
Yeah.
What has Sean Bradley done?
I tell you what. Wait.
So the New York Giants have been poking around the wide receiver trade market per P.I. Leonard NYDN. 2 names who fit the ball and Shane the Bills are Buffalo Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley and Gabe Davis. Wouldn't it be fun if they'd sign Cole Beasley?
Yeah.
They already paid Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is not worth that type of money. I'm sorry. They overpaid for him.
I've never heard. Dude, you know what, Slay? I got something that will make you laugh. Oh, wait. Let me remind myself what it was. Oh, that Carson Wentz would have been MVP if he didn't get injured that year. During the Super Bowl running year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tom Brady got the MVP that year.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Brady still would have gotten MVP that year.
Carson Wentz is ass, bro. I think Carson Wentz is going to go to the Cowboys to be a backup for Dak.
Carson, really? Hey, listen to me. I can see that, but you know where I think he'll only be successful and have a chance to actually make it in the NFL, actually make a comeback, but it ain't going to happen because they already have Geno Smith, would be Seattle Seahawks. Because Pete Carroll is the only one in this whole entire league could get his shit straight with Carson Wentz and actually make Carson Wentz a productive quarterback. I really don't see Carson Wentz going anywhere and making a change for an outcome to the positive where he could be a franchise quarterback for a team and finally get a long contract from a team and stay with the team. And he's just going to, you know where he's going to be? He's going to be just like Minshew.
He's going to be in Houston.
Around the league and as a backup.
He's going to be in Houston. He's going to be a starter for Houston, and then Bryce Young's going to take over.
Why would Houston do that when Houston can draft a quarterback?
They're not going to draft a quarterback. They're going to go after Will Anderson.
Someone said that, Darius Slay could end up in Houston too.
That's a good possibility with him. And
I just thought about that also, yeah. Instead of
LSU
Dallas,
quarterback, then they draft. Yeah. And D'Amico Ryan's over there. They do got money over there. I think who has the most money? Hold on. Who got the most money?
Where's Darius? I want to know something. Where before Darius Slay was even in the NFL, where is Darius Slay from? He's from Georgia. Well, born in Georgia, but where did he go to college? Let's see. Georgia. Yep, he was from Georgia.
Well, he's the same college. He went to Mississippi State.
Georgia, yeah, and then went to Mississippi State.
Darius Slay to the Falcons would be interesting.
No, wait. I got one. What if Darius Slay ends up on the Saints? That's a possibility.
You killing me, bro.
With Jenkins.
I can see that.
Actually, is Jenkins...
Didn't Jenkins retire?
Yeah, that's right. Hold on. He's 35 years old now. Damn. Yeah, you're right.
Trying to recruit Darius Slay back.
Yeah,
I think the Lions are going to get Darius Slay back.
God, you know what's crazy? Jenkins is a Hall of Famer, dude. Actually, he might not be. He only has 3 Pro Bowls.
What about Darius Slay to Cleveland?
Nah, he's got to be.
What about Darius Slay to Cleveland? Darius Slay to the Browns.
Say what, man? I can't hear you.
Darius Slay to the Browns.
Yeah, you said that earlier. That is a possibility. I could
with
just
Deshaun Watson.
I think he'll go to the Steelers, man. But the only thing, that's up to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, Tomlin is a secondary guru, and you know he's thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think him and Bradbury are going to follow each other to Pittsburgh.
It's sad because the Steelers were in such good shape to at least win all those Super Bowls, and Aaron Rodgers came and showed up 2013.
Yo, Frank Wright might be fired if you don't get this shit right.
Dude, would you bring back Frank Wright? Well, I'd say it's not a possibility anymore, but I'm just saying hypothetically. Is Jim Schwartz still on Detroit?
No, he's in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
He's a deep corner for Cleveland.
Now that makes sense. Oh yeah, look like that. Titans. Now he's in the Browns. Cool. Wow. That's huge for the Browns. That's huge for the Browns.
Yeah. I think Cox going to Cleveland. I think Hargrave might go to Cleveland.
Oh man, I forgot we got to get rid of Hargrave.
Hargrave is gone, bro. We're not signing him. He's out of here. I love Hargrave, but he's making too much. He's going to make a lot of money.
Is this new defensive coordinator not going to use Jordan Davis either? Are we just going to have him just play here and there?
I hope we do use Jordan Davis because he is a first-round pick. You got to use Jordan Davis. I think it's Jordan Davis.
Why we didn't use him in the Super Bowl?
Because we got JG.
No, dude, you had Jordan Davis for the Super Bowl. What are you saving him for? We made it. We're here. Put Jordan Davis in. Would have stopped Mahomes from running up the middle for 40 fucking yards. That was such a disappointment. And then we don't even use Nakobe Dean. Why did we draft Nakobe Dean again? I don't get it.
We need a linebacker. We begged Howie to draft one. I just sent you a tweet. The Lions are looking at cornerback in free agent market. Interesting. Oh, Darius Slay back to Detroit. Darius Slay back to Detroit. Look at the tweet I just sent you.
He might be going back to Detroit.
Dude, you know, that's the thing that they really need Darius Slay back in Detroit. They really do. They do. They give up so many points. They're like one of the last in the whole league for giving up points.
Mm-hmm.
And the main fault is because they have no cornerbacks.
Darius Slay to Minnesota could be a possibility. Like I said, I mean that could be a possibility.
Yeah. They have the money though. Are you sure the Vikings have the money?
The Vikings released a lot of players. Didn't they just release Adam Thielen, and they released another corner?
What is Justin Jefferson's contract like? By the way,
they got to pay him though. They do.
Yeah, they got to pay. And what is the contract with their quarterback, Mr. Primetime, Kirk Cousins? Holy shit! Signed a 4-year, $13 million contract.
I think he's a free agent this year, isn't he?
Annual salary of $3. So they gave Justin Jefferson his contract.
Yeah, it says from U.S. Stadium at U.S. Stadium. The Lions are looking at corner in free agent market. Some teams think they'll be interested in Jalen Ramsey. Not sure how active they'll be there. But mention Cam Sutton. I'm gonna throw out another name. I think they go after Darius Slay.
Yeah, I do too. That's also a possibility. But dude, if they can get Jalen Ramsey, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a 28-year corner that wants more money, hey, go for it. A guy that's, let's be real, progressive also. I would just drive for corner if I'm the Lions, but you can help us out. I appreciate that. Give us a chance to get us Gonzalez, Joey Porter, or whoever we want. So the update is a sense around the league that the Panthers will be drafting Ohio State CJ Stroud, according to league insiders.
I'm not convinced on Stroud in the NFL for long-term longevity.
It's not that. It's like Ohio State quarterbacks. How have they been doing? When has Ohio State quarterback has been good in the NFL?
That's what. Yeah, let's look that up.
Joe Burrow Joe Burrow was LSU.
Yo, that was LSU, man. He was a backup in Ohio State. He left Ohio State because they wanted Joe Burrow to be a backup. So he went to LSU and won a natty, stuck it in Ohio State's face.
So the Vikings just waived cornerback Cameron Dantzler Sr. Interesting.
You're right.
So Vikings need corner too.
Justin Fields, I guess. There you go.
And DJ Moore in Chicago will be nasty with Claypool. Whew.
Justin Fields. Dwayne Haskins.
Yo, what if the Bears are not looking at Justin Fields as the franchise quarterback and they drive a quarterback with the 9th overall?
Bobby Hoying is the only one I can think of. Troy Smith. Yeah, you're right. Ohio State quarterbacks in the NFL suck. You know who else? You know another team.
Another one is Alabama.
No, you know another one. Our quarterback from Alabama is pretty good, Jalen Hurts.
But he's also. But do you really come from Alabama? Or do you come mostly from Oklahoma?
Yeah, you're right. But where was Sam Bradford from again? He's from Oklahoma too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Historically, I hate to say it, but Oklahoma quarterback
a lot of people's money, man.
Jalen Hurts was an exception, but historically, Oklahoma quarterbacks suck ass in the NFL too.
Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray. Oh man. So what do you think of the linebacker coach, DJ Elliott, to become our new linebacker coach from get this, Hassan Reddick Old College, Temple. You hear me?
Hold on, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
So we have agreed to terms with DJ Elliott to become our new linebacker coach from Temple.
Yeah, this is, I think, one of those decisions made by Sean Diddy, or I can't say his name, DePoe, or whatever you said, because originally Sean
Dias.
Sean
Dias.
Sean Diddy. I'm going to go sound Sean Diddy. He was from Temple. He started out in Temple, coaching in Temple. I think he played for Temple, if I'm not mistaken. So this isn't a shock to me at all. And this is one of the reasons I think that the reason why we got this guy after all the other candidates we possibly could have taken, I think the reason why we got this defensive coordinator is because he's just a passionate Philadelphia, born and raised type guy who's from Temple, coached at Temple. He's now Philadelphia Eagle. I think he just wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle and do his best to be a defensive coordinator. Maybe he'll change it around. Maybe we can forget about his past at the Bears and his past at Seattle. Maybe he really will feel comfortable in Philadelphia, knowing this is where his hometown is, and maybe produce a really good defensive team here with the Eagles. What do you think? That's the only thing I can think of. Where he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some interesting facts. DJ Elliott is 46 years old. This is his first time being a pro job. He was a linebacker himself in Wyoming. Has been a DC at Kentucky, Colorado, Kansas before Temple. Interesting. We'll see what happens though. I really like Jahmyr Gibbs, man. A lot of people want what's his name? Bijan Robinson. Are you drafting a running back with the 10th overall pick? I know a lot of people are saying that. Eagles can create another $22.84 million cap space with two more restructures. Darius Slay with $12.25 million. Lane Johnson with $10.59 million, with 12 projected draft picks in 2024. Hobby will have the trade ammo cap space to build another elite roster. Interesting.
Oh, in Temple, he was Sean was a defensive and special teams coach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he was a safeties coach with the Bears. Then became defensive coordinator with the Bears. And then he was assistant head coach and defensive assistant for Seattle Seahawks. Kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. So the Vikings released some Pro Bowl wide receiver Adam Thielen. Interesting. So it says Philly Nation just tweeted, the Eagles are expected to do the same thing with Lane Johnson. Darius Slay, which saves a combined of $18.24 million on cap this year over the next couple of days and weeks and months. Slay would like to get extension, but the Eagles are hesitant to guarantee Slay more money after age 33. He's not getting more money. I don't know what people are expecting. He's not staying here. I think he gets traded by tomorrow morning. I think the trade gets done by tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. I think it gets done. I think the trade gets finalized by Tuesday. I think we hear breaking news by today that Darius Slay gets traded. I think you'll hear it by 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning. What do you think? Yeah, I'm saying. So I think Slay's gone. I think he's out of here. Yo, EC1 Slay staying. I can tell by the way he's tweeting with Divine. I hope he slay. I hope he does stay. I don't want him to leave. But again, he wants a lot of money, and the Eagles cannot afford to pay him that money. So unless he restructure where it's fair for us and not just him, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to pay CJ Garn-Johnson. You're not letting a 25-year-old safety. The Eagles are not letting CJ walk. So they need money for that. And you got to think about the draft picks. We got to sign those guys too. We got contract coming up, not this year, but the next year, following year too. Devontae's going to want a contract soon. Landon Dixon's going to want a contract soon. You got to pay those guys. So it's not about this year only. It's about the following year down the road too. So again, I mean, you got contracts. And also, don't be surprised the Eagles in the market for Derrick Henry. I never thought I would say this, but I could see the Eagles going for Derrick Henry, 29-year-old, and I think they're going to go for a guy like that guy who can come in the offense and be a very good running back. For the Eagles, earlier the Eagles structured Jake Elliott contract to create 2,000 or something 2.492 thousand in cap space. So they're doing the diligence, but I would love Darius Slay to stay. I don't want him to leave. But again, it's a business. We got to understand this. It's not about what Slay wants. It's not about what his mom wants, his father wants, his girlfriend wants. It's about what the Eagles want. The Eagles are not extending Slay.
Right.
So if we're going to restructure Slay, it's going to be similar to what Cox got last year, which you would do his whole deal, which so we can afford other players. Because I'm telling you right now, they are not going to let CJ walk out the door without a contract. They know how important he is, and he's our best player. You don't let that talent walk out that door.
No.
You just don't.
Can't let it happen.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hope I hope the retweet says Slay restructures his deal. I don't care about what Slay says. Because if someone offers us a pick, he's gone. If someone offers us a draft pick, he's gone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's out of here.
Second round or the fourth or 2/5. Ooh, he's gone. Bye-bye.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not going to be up what Darius Slay wants. It's going to be up what the Eagles want. Do the Eagles are you going to pay? Let me ask you all a question in the chat, right? And I appreciate y'all for sticking with us, right? Definitely go subscribe to Eagles AM, right? Definitely go subscribe to him. Further AM, Eagles AM, whatever it is.
Further
right?
AM.
Not too early to talk
You're good.
football.
Eagles
right?
AM. Further. I like that. Just
right.
AM.
But are you going to pay a guy at 33 years old, top cornerback money? Okay, that's what he wants. He wants a new contract. I'm not doing that.
Wait, what do we give a contract to James Bradbury, but let Slay slide? How about that?
How old is James Bradbury though? Isn't he 30? He's 29 years old. I'm not paying a 30-year-old. If I'm not going to pay a 33-year-old, I'm not paying a 30-year-old.
Yeah, he'll be 30.
No, not doing it. He can walk. He can go to Jonathan Gannon. I'm sorry.
Hey, that means we'll hold up there. So that means we got more draft picks coming in for Bradbury and for Slay.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
But we're keeping Maddox. I mean, that's the guy I kind of want to be gone.
But he's so important to this defense, though, right?
No,
but they have been looking at cornerback, man. They've been looking at a guy like what's his name?
3-year deal, free agent in 25.
What's the guy from Syracuse, the cornerback? Williams from Syracuse, the cornerback.
Right.
They've been looking at him. He's a good slot corner right there. He could be a backup. I mean, like I said, man, I would love Slay to stay here. I don't want him to leave. But again, it's a business. And I'm not playing babysitting with Slay. He's 32 years old.
Right.
Either pick or choose. You know, we're not babysitting with Slay. If Slay don't want to restructure, he's gone. And according to a lot of reports, he doesn't want to restructure. He wants a guaranteed contract extension with the Eagles. And the Eagles are not willing to do that. So right now, the gap is like this. It's like this. It's not like this. It's not coming to a conclusion right now. So maybe things will change. I hope Slay restructures his deal. Gonzalez, the Eagles want to pay CJ.
I got Gonzalez. Ooh, 5 trades here available. We can trade with the New York Giants and go back to the 13th pick.
I'm not fucking trading with the Giants. You crazy? Fuck that team.
We can. It's the Jets. Sorry, the New York Jets. They have the 13th pick overall.
Trade for him.
Sorry, my bad. We can go back from the 10th to the 13th. Let's see. Well, we'll take that. Does it say what the percentage is? Trade will not be accepted.
So here's an interesting thought. The Patriots might want a corner too because Devin McCourty just retired. He's a safety. So the Patriots might be in the market for safety now. So we got to get CJ signed, bro, because now the Patriots might want a safety. You know?
The Seattle Seahawks want to trade with us. We'll bump back to the 20th spot.
You doing a mock trade?
Yeah, I was just seeing what hypothetically who might want to trade with us for this 10th pick to get Gonzalez. Because
Did you see Antonio Johnson for Texas A&M?
Hold on, let me get out of this.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, Johnston's there. TCU wide receiver.
I'm not taking no TCU fucking receiver at the Raider.
But then the Oregon guy is there. Christian Gonzalez from Oregon.
I'm taking Gonzalez, man. He's the best corner, bro. I'm sorry. You just can't pass up on that talent.
So let's go to the 30th pick. And, wow, a lot of people gone.
Do you see the Eagles keeping 2 first-round picks in the first round, or do you think they would trade one?
I think Howie's going to do something and make a trade. And you know what? What if it's for a player? Like we did previously last year.
Derrick Henry.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know about Derrick. I would like Derrick, but every time I read about Derrick Henry, all the reporters say we don't use running backs the way Darius Henry's supposed to be used.
Well, I mean, tried to trade for Christian McCaffrey though, so I think Eagles are going to upgrade at running back. I really do. I don't.
Oh, we
I
definitely.
think they don't use Slay because Slay doesn't fit Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni didn't draft Slay. I mean,
would you keep Boston Scott?
For how much? How much does he want?
I don't know. I don't think. Does he even make $1 million? I don't.
Does he want to get paid? It's going to depend on what the market is. Like, still, we got signed C.J. Johnson, so I'm not starting.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, we signed Boston Scott to a $1.7 million deal with a $200,000 signing bonus, almost $2 million. So he's going to want about $2 million. We can give him a 1-year deal, but that's the thing. Someone might give this guy a contract, give him 2, 3, 4-year deal.
You know who I think might do that? The guy who's been killing them the last few years.
The Giants. You really think they'll go to the Giants just to end the curse? Wow. I don't know.
They are that selfish, man. I can see that.
I find that funny.
I think so too.
Sorry.
Let me use the bathroom real quick. You can take over the chat for sure.
Well, let me talk about I'm just going to talk about Sean Diddy.
Okay. Go for it.
All right.
I'll use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Honestly, I don't believe that this defensive coordinator is going to be the answer to our problems. I think it's another Jonathan Gannon clone. I think this Sean guy is literally, he came from the Bears. For 2 years he was there, and then the very first year, tenure with the Bears, he was a safeties coach. So hopefully maybe we improve on safety position, maybe for that reason. I don't know. He's from Temple originally. I guess that's why we have a Temple's linebacker coach that just came in. So, and also possibly why we hired him, because he's probably a Philadelphia native coming back home. He was in Seattle last year as a defensive coordinator and assistant to the head coach. Excuse me 1 second. It just shows on his record when the teams he plays, he can't beat anybody good and he can't beat anybody pretty mediocre and bad. He lost to the Raiders last year. The Raiders were terrible. He gave up 40 points and lost in overtime, and then it was a Seattle Seahawks home field advantage. They lost to the Panthers, which was another Seattle Seahawks home field advantage, and they lost to the Panthers by 30 points. This is our defensive coordinator that we have coming into Philadelphia. This guy is going to be giving up more than 20 points per game on average, at least, and up of 40 points. Our offense, I feel bad for them because they're going to have to outstack and put up points every single game just to win, because our defense is going to give up so many points because of the bad style defensive coordinator playing call. And I know EC1 here disagrees with me and he wants to give him a chance, and I hope literally I'm wrong, and I hope that he is completely better than what I'm saying him as, but just statistically wise, he's not that great. He's never ever in his tenure as a coach ever beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm very worried. I'm very worried. I think this is another Jonathan Gannon, and I think it's a worse Jonathan Gannon. We saw what the Bears have done the past 5 years. We saw what Seattle did last year. It wasn't impressive on the defense. Too many points allowed, might I ask. Are we going to continue to give up a lot of points? I mean, is that what the Eagles are going to do? Is to start giving up points? Is it going to be the team to outweigh the coach like we did with Gannon? I really believe like this year, our defense literally just went out and did because they know what to do because they're such good defensive players, and really Gannon had little involvement. Is that what we're going to see from this defensive coach? Is little involvement and really just be the talent of the players on the defensive side to really show that we can win these games? We will have to find out. And also, like we were talking about, it depends on Monday with these free agencies. Who's going to be here? Who's going to be gone? Who are we giving contracts? Who are we getting draft picks for and saying adios? Nice to have you in Philly. Thanks for doing your part, but it's time to part ways. And that's about to happen very shortly. EC1, you're back. You can take over now. I think I did my part.
I'm just hoping that he's better than Jonathan Gannon. I mean, listen, I don't like the scheme, but I'm hoping. Listen, according to a lot of people, he adjusts. He makes adjustments when he has to. One thing Gannon didn't do, he didn't adjust. When it came to big games, he never adjusted. He always kept on relying on the same scheme and putting players in a position. Like if he does this shit, where again, if he does this shit, and I keep on showing it because I think it's hilarious, the fact that you do this to a linebacker, I'm sorry, a defensive end. I feel bad for Robert Quinn because I don't think he signed up for this. Bro, if he does this shit, man, oh man, we're going to have issues. But I seriously doubt he does that type of shit. Where he puts a guy like Robert Quinn at linebacker mode as a defensive end.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he's better than Jonathan Gannon. Like that's what I could go off of. That he is much better than Jonathan Gannon. I don't need him to be better than Jonathan Gannon, but I need him to do what Jonathan Gannon hasn't done. That is adjustments. When something's not working, you try a different way. Whether it's sending more blitz. I'm not saying blitz all the time, but you can have a scheme like a bend and break defense, but you got to put your players in the best position to win. And Jonathan Gannon didn't do that. He relied on the exact same stuff over and over again. He never adjusted. And that's why the issue with it, zero blitz in the Super Bowl, in the goal line. If you do that in Madden, you getting killed. So why the hell would you do that in a real game? Makes no sense. The fact that you don't go after certain quarterbacks and you respect certain quarterbacks, I don't like that. So I'm hoping that he brings a different element to a defense that we have never seen. Maybe he is a different defense coordinator. Maybe what he had in Chicago was different than what he had in Seattle or what he has in Philadelphia. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what he is, because if he does the exact same thing that Jonathan Gannon does, I'm gonna have an issue. And you know me, I speak my mind.
I think I'm already missing Gannon, because I will say he started out bad, but he got better. He got better.
Who? Jonathan Gannon?
Got better. Remember last year, man, he couldn't beat Tom Brady. Look how good he did in the playoffs. He only allowed 14 points until we got to the Super Bowl. That's pretty damn impressive. He beat
Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy. Congratulations.
Well, I mean.
Come on. Daniel Jones is trash. And
the ultimate test was that, okay, I agree. The ultimate test was the Kansas City Chiefs. And
what did he do?
Terrible.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we played like Josh Allen. We played Josh Allen next year. Do you trust him?
I'm just saying, just watch out this coach that we have. He ain't gonna beat Mahomes either. He couldn't beat him. He hasn't done it. He hasn't beaten him. He has never beaten Mahomes. He's never beaten the Chiefs.
But maybe he does it in Philadelphia. I mean, we gotta see what this.
Well, it ain't gonna be in Philadelphia. It'll be in Kansas City if he does it. It will be in Kansas City. It's an away game. It will be against the crowd.
I'm hoping.
And I want Mahomes to be healthy too. I don't want this bullshit where we beat the Chiefs because Mahomes is injured and didn't play now.
I'm just hoping that he's better than Jonathan Gannon.
I want Kels to play too as tight end too.
If he can make some adjustments that Jonathan Gannon didn't make, I think he'll be better. Because the thing about Jonathan Gannon wasn't the fact that, it was part of his aggressiveness, but it wasn't the fact that he played that zone defense. It's the fact that he didn't make adjustments. He never adjusted.
He kept playing the same zone coverage over.
Exactly.
That's why they kept picking on him. It's like, dude, how do you not adjust? They read your defense, and you're doing the same shit you did. Don't give me this that the guy went in motion and then he went back the other way because you weren't playing man to man. If you're telling me that, he was obviously expecting this guy behind him to zone out, and he wasn't because he would have stuck on him.
You had 2 weeks to prepare for Mahomes, and you tell me you came up with that game plan? Really?
Yeah, and that was the first game where they did motions like that. The Chiefs are known
Chiefs.
for doing that.
They said, okay, let's look at the Jacks for Jaguars. There's an error right there. Yeah, I mean, Andy Reid didn't just outsmart Gannon. He pants Gannon. He pantsed him.
And he did it so calmly. You saw Andy Reid. He just didn't even break a sweat the whole game. He was just calmly puts his thing over that.
That Super Bowl still got me so angry because we could have had a freaking parade. All you had to do was adjust. It wasn't that difficult.
No, all you had to do was come out the second half and maintain. All you had to do was maintain, my friend. We had the first half won. We showed their weak spots. Our defense was amazing. We got to Mahomes and took him out of the game. We should have, in the second half, made sure he was out of that fucking game, and we didn't. What did we do? We went all easy ball on Mahomes. We should have got to Mahomes and threw his fucking ass on the ground like we did in the first half. We wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Yeah.
And we did it.
I mean,
Aiden came out and he said, this is easy. We have the game won. What did they do? They came back and gave Mahomes a shot at halftime, comes down the field and scores on the very first drive of the very first thing that happens in the second half.
I would have tested that ankle. Once you smell blood in the water, you attack like sharks, man. You don't just sit there and wait. You don't like we weren't the sharks, bro. We were the guppies. They were the sharks.
Yeah, we were sharks in the first half. We looked fantastic the first half. Our defense.
Exactly,
I was like, we're just coming up. I mean, honestly, do you remember? We should have never given up that touchdown because it was unfortunately Jalen Hurts' fault. But think about this: if Jalen Hurts didn't even fumble it, we would have held them to 7 points going into the half, just like we held the 49ers.
I don't blame Jalen Hurts for the fumble because I'm going to tell you why. Jalen Hurts kept us in this game all through. And I believe that Jalen Hurts got the ball back.
Just saying, though,
despite Jonathan Gannon being bad,
if that didn't happen, it would have only been a 7-point going into that half. You just got to say that little mistake, though, that's 7 points. It made it 14. But you're right. Jalen Hurts came back. We saw it in the second half. The offense was not to be blamed at all this game. The offense did everything they could. Jalen Hurts put up the yardage. And he scored himself. He put the game on his back the whole time. Can you say that about Jonathan Gannon? Did Jonathan Gannon put the game on his back? Did Jonathan Gannon really want to win a Super Bowl and put the whole team forward instead of himself? Jonathan Gannon said at halftime, I guess I'll be at Arizona next year, so this game doesn't really matter.
Bro, Jonathan Gannon is a weenie, man. The dude is a weenie. Like, he is a definition of a defensive coordinator.
I've never seen a man unlike who's the guy? Help me out here. The offensive coach, the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. That guy from Boise State, the quarterback from Boise State, that loser doofy guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
Cowboys. Hold on. OC.
But when I hear the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl, this is what I think all the time.
Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is the equivalent to Jonathan Gannon. One's a defensive coordinator, the one's an offensive. Dude, they stand on the field with their mouths open the whole time trying to catch a fish. Like the motherfuckers like whales. They're just like,
yo, do you know the Roger Rabbit? You ever seen Roger Rabbit, the movie? Doesn't Jonathan Gannon look like that Dr. Doom from Roger Rabbit, the bad guy?
Yeah.
Doesn't he those Google eyes.
Yeah, when they pop out. He's probably looking at Mahomes. How do I adjust?
That dude's a snake, man. I'm so glad that slithering snake is out of here, man. Screw Jonathan Gannon. After that dude, that loser, after then sit there and said, "Well, the Eagles wanted to give me a contract." No, bro, no one gave you a contract extension.
Hey,
man.
the only one that I give props to is our old offensive coordinator. Where did he end up? The OC for
Baltimore.
Oh, he's at Baltimore now as head coach. What happened to
Defense
Flacco?
coordinator.
Wait, Flacco's now at the Jets.
He's a defense coordinator.
Got you.
So Jalen Hurts said this, right? Quote, I know if you didn't see this. I know I didn't walk through fire just to smell smoke. We'll be back. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback, bro. And I love the quote. I didn't smell fire. I didn't walk through fire to smell smoke. That is a hell of a quote. That is beautiful. Beautiful quote.
Okay.
So Stephon Diggs wants out because the Buffalo Bills can't get over the hump. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Shane Steichen, right?
Yeah. I'm so glad that those quarterback sneaks won't be back in Philadelphia.
He's on the Colts
like
now. He's head coach of the Colts.
Oh, yo, just imagine him if he gets a young quarterback, man. Like, what if he gets a Anthony Richardson? I think the Panthers are going for Anthony Richardson. I think they're in love with him.
Man, that would be crazy.
Well, we've seen crazy stuff in the draft before. We've seen that happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah. He's 6'4", 231. He's huge. Yeah.
Who, Anthony Richardson?
Yeah. Yeah, and he was he was on the Florida Gators. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And who does he have comparisons? They're saying a lot to Cam Newton.
Yeah. Well, with Cam Newton wasn't Cam Newton even bigger?
I think so, yeah.
Cam Newton. Yeah, he's 245, 6. Yeah, Cam Newton's even bigger. I figured that. Cam Newton was from Auburn. Auburn?
Yeah.
Auburn. Yeah, Auburn. Right. Man, that was a good year. I remember they whooped the shit out of Alabama. That was hilarious because my friends are all Auburn fans. There are some of my friends that I know. They love when they beat Alabama because that's a huge rivalry. I just like to sit back and watch. And then they destroy the bushes when they jump over onto the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Panthers are going to go after Anthony Richardson. I think that's going to be the guy that everybody's going to hype up. I think that they're going to take the guy that's really hyped up, and I think Anthony Richardson will be the first pick overall in the draft. You heard it from me. I think so. I mean, who else would they take? Do you think C.J. Stroud will be there at number 2? You couldn't wait at number 2 or number 3? I mean, is Houston going to take a quarterback? I think they go defensive end. I think they should go quarterback because I don't think Houston has a quarterback, do they? I don't think Houston has a quarterback. Why don't they just go quarterback? Why are they mocked to take a pass rusher? Don't they need quarterback?
No, my mock draft said they picked a quarterback. They said they got either going to get Bryce Young or Stroud. Texans, right?
But You think the Panthers will go Stroud, or do you think they go Richardson? I think they're going to go Richardson.
They might go Bryce Young. Nobody knows. They might go Bryce Young. He's
or
from
even
Alabama.
or Will Levis, the first overall pick.
Oh yeah, the Levis guy. That's too. He's from Kentucky.
Or they might fake it. They might fake it. They might say quarterback, but they go Will Anderson with the first pick.
Yeah, Will Levis.
Just think about that. Do the Panthers
It
believe?
could be. Well, he's 6'3", 230. Damn, it could be Levis. I would go with Levis, but I don't. What do they have?
I think he's more ready than the other quarterbacks. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think he's more ready than the other quarterbacks.
Where do they have Levis? Oh, it has the Raiders picking Levis at number 7th round to the Raiders.
Raiders at quarterback?
That's what this mock draft that I just picked. It said Will Levis to the Raiders. Look, I can do it again. Let's do it again. I
gotta see what we do in free agency.
The outcomes. I love it.
Give us more of a clear cut of what we do in free agency. When free agency is done, that's when you see the drafts start becoming more and more clear what we do.
This round, it has Bryce Young to the Panthers, Stroud to the Texans, Anderson to the Falcons, and where's Oh, yeah, Will Levis again to the Raiders. Christian Gonzalez goes to the Bears, but we get Witherspoon.
I'd rather have Gonzalez.
Yeah, you're down.
Physical corner.
We never pick any of the people that we say we're gonna pick. We'd always do something crazy, dude. Like,
and that makes me think. And that makes me think. You remember we had interest in Patrick Surtain and J.C. Horn before the draft?
Yeah.
And we drafted. Who do we draft that year? Devontae Smith. Do we go offensive line?
We moved up. Remember?
Yeah. When we traded that 6th round pick, we moved to 10.
Yeah, we moved. And we were right behind the Giants because the Giants were freaking out. What are y'all gonna do? We ended up picking the guy they wanted because the Giants.
That was funny time, bro.
Smith.
I would do that again. I want to do that again to them, just because I hate their guts. I hate
to the We remember in the year before that we did it to the Cowboys and got Dallas Goedert, and we gave that speech. You remember our kicker Akers gave that speech and goes, "Hello, Dallas."
We've been waiting for y'all.
Yeah, and at their own home.
I wanted. What did he say? He said, "I want to let y'all know that the Eagles are current defy Dallas." I forget what he said. He said,
current Super Bowl champions. Unlike you, where you have to get your VHS.
The last time the draft picks were born. The last time y'all these draft picks weren't born yet.
Yeah, right. The last time you guys won a Super Bowl,
these
draft picks weren't even born yet. Yeah, I remember that.
And world champs. Hey, Dallas.
Dude, the whole crowd was booing.
Went to the Super Bowl. These draft picks weren't born yet. Oh man.
That was the most. Oh my god, dude, that was the funniest thing ever.
That was funny. That was better than Drew Pearson.
I swore I thought they were gonna cut the mic off on David Akers for a second. They were just waiting. They were like, dude, if he says something crazy, we were shutting him off. I feel like they had no idea David Akers was gonna do that. Kellen fucking Moore. Kellen Moore is just like Jonathan Gannon.
He might be. It might be just Dak Prescott being trash. What if Kellen Moore goes to the Chargers and makes Justin Herbert into a elite quarterback? Never know. Hey, who remembers this?
Eagle! Keep that shit going! Eagle! Keep it going! Eagle! Oh, we'll see you next week! Eagle!
Whoops. Oh, that's hilarious. It's still hilarious, man. How do you talk trash and you get your ass blown out? Oops. Maybe next year. I love that. Yo, what do you think about Cowboy fans talking about they're going to get D-Hop?
They're going to get who?
Oh, Cowboy fans think that we don't have no cap space. They do. So they're going to get D-Hop, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Ramsey. I don't know how they're going to afford all those guys. Our boys for life just messaged me. He said we're not going to keep C. Jagon Johnson. He's going to Dallas, big bro. What? Y'all can't afford Dak Prescott, really. These Cowboy fans are hilarious, bro. They're hilarious.
It's Friday night. Feels all right. It's Friday night.
I think we're going to hear Darius Slay trade soon. I think it gets
Really?
I think we're going to be live when it happens. Would that be legendary if it happened during when we're live?
Yeah, that would be all. Dude, is there any other news? Can you check out right now? Do you have a live?
I'm on Twitter scrolling back and forth. I'm waiting for some breaking news because I feel like something's going to drop.
Dude, yeah, look at that.
My guy Joey Shakes just said how he's being smart. We work contract players with high cap hits. I'm not going to wait it. I'm going to wait it out. Feel like Howie has a plan. Slay did not ask for a trade at all, so he reworked his deal to benefit the Eagles. Slay agent doing his due diligence for his client. Or if he didn't ask for a trade, well,
Damn.
we sure did. Hey, maybe Darius Slay didn't ask for a trade. Maybe the Eagles asked for a trade themselves. They asked to be traded from Slay. No.
Baltimore acquire a 7th round pick for Chuck Clark, safety, to the New York Jets.
That's crazy.
Baltimore gets a 7th round. The Jets get Chuck Clark, safety. Sean Payton is now at Denver, right?
Yeah.
And they also get a 3rd round from the Saints next year, 2024. And it looks like the 2023 New Orleans Saints will get a 1st round pick at number 30. And they also get a 2nd round pick in 2024.
So the Titans are releasing Ben Adams, the center. They're releasing everybody.
Oh, the Bears just got. Oh, wait, no, that can't be. Never mind. Never mind. That was long ago.
So Darius Slay didn't ask the Eagles, according to Jeff McClain, asked for permission to shop a trade. And the full source said that it's unclear if the team put out this info, but clearly this is part of negotiating tactics. I think the Eagles told them either you restructure, you getting traded, bro.
Wow. The Rams got rid of a ton of people.
Where do you think Jalen Ramsey is going to go to?
Jalen Ramsey?
He's 28 years old.
I don't know.
I think he goes to the Raiders. I think Ramsey and Slay heads to the Raiders.
Wow. Well, everyone's now saying that Darius Slay's trade request creates urgency for the Rams to make a deal with Jalen Ramsey. So you watch out. They might get rid of Jalen Ramsey really soon or keep him. What is this whole thing? Why an Eagles deal?
How he's playing?
Do you think we could give the Rams Darius Slay for Jalen Ramsey?
I asked Eagles halftime. He don't like the idea of getting Jalen Ramsey. I love it. But Jalen Ramsey wants a new deal. He wants a whole new deal.
Yeah,
he wants more money than. Huh?
He ain't coming to the Philadelphia then.
No, he's not. I think we're going to draft a corner. Who do you think is the best cornerback in this draft? Now you saw the combine.
Oh, I didn't watch the combine actually. I never really do.
You didn't see Gonzalez run?
No, I did not watch. Should I? Send it to me on Twitter.
That dude ran. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold up.
Yeah, I would say Christian Gonzalez is the best, and then would come Witherspoon, right?
Joey Porter Jr. wasn't fairly fast as I thought he did. He ran to like a 4.42.
An 81. What's Witherspoon's grade? A 92. Wow, they rated Witherspoon even higher.
Yeah, hold on. Let me show his combine real quick.
Let's see, what is
I was very impressed with Gonzalez.
TDs?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold up, ready? Pull it up real quick. YouTube, no copyright shit. Please don't copyright me. Educational purpose. Well, fuck it. I don't give a fuck at this point. Educational purpose, anyway. Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, continue.
I'm gonna go back to this
There you go.
NFL.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ready? I'm pulled up. So, there you go. Dude ran quick. That dude went quick, bro. 4.38. Look at that.
Damn.
That dude's big. He's tall.
Yeah, what's his height? I want
6'2".
Oh, damn, yeah. Woo, look at that. Look at he's fat. Yeah, 6'2". What's Witherspoon's height?
Witherspoon didn't participate in the combine.
He's
He has an
6
injury.
foot.
Yeah, Witherspoon didn't run.
He's 22.
He got hurt.
Oh, then I don't want Witherspoon.
He has a leg injury, supposedly. That's what they're
It's
saying.
Gonzalez, right? Let's see, Oregon. Gonzalez. 6'2", 201. Nice.
See, look at this. Look how he runs. Look at his smooth route run. Look at this.
Oh man, he's like a Richard Sherman.
I think he could be just like Darius Slade. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we trade Darius Slade, then I could see us going for someone like that.
Richard Sherman's 6'3". What did you say his 40-yard dash time was?
4.32.
No way. Richard Sherman's was 4.56.
No, not Rich Sherman's. No, Rich Sherman was slower than that.
No, what would you say your guys' Gonzalez's was what? 4.3?
Yeah. Didn't you just see the combine?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
He ran. Yeah, he's the number one corner.
What was Mike Vick? Yeah, Mike Vick ran a 4.33. He's as fast as Michael Vick.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Vick's 6 foot. And this dude's 6'2". Holy shit, I want Gonzalez. What do we have to do? Do we have to break an arm and a leg? This mock draft has him going. Where did I go with the mock draft?
Yeah. And when you watch this kid, I don't know if you watch his highlights. Have you watched him before? Like the kid is everywhere, man. The kid is a baller. That's what I'm saying. I think he's the best cornerback in the draft. I know a lot of people talk about Witherspoon. Witherspoon, he didn't participate in the combine. He's supposed to got injured. They're saying he has a minor injury.
Wait. This mock draft here says that the Panthers don't even go for a quarterback. They go for an offensive lineman from Northwestern named Peter Sorotsky. Then they say the second pick will be Derek Hall, edge Auburn. Wait, what the fuck is this? No, never mind. Hold up.
So let me pull this out real quick. This is what Chris Gonzalez is right now. Share screen. So this is what Christian Gonzalez is. I don't know if you can see this, but
I can see the screen.
score at their combine performance. Best among position group Gazaz. Hickey is elite at he's a 4.38 seconds at a 40-yard dash. He's a 4.15 vertical jump. Dude's a beast. He's a beast, man. And then did you see what the running back from Georgia from Alabama ran? He ran fast. He ran fast. I'm telling you, he ran faster than the first running back. What's his name? Gibbs.
They got Gonzalez going to the Lions. Makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. The Slade's going to the Lions, man. We're going
So,
to
dude, that they can get Christian Gonzalez. That's fucking what they need. They need 2-3 cornerbacks. They're desperate need of cornerbacks over there in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So I could totally see Slay and them getting Christian Gonzalez. Why the hell would they give up on Christian? I wouldn't.
Well, don't they have Okudah? Don't they have Jeff Okudah? They drafted with Ohio State.
Huh?
Don't they have Jeff Okudah?
Right.
What if Jeff Okudah comes back to Philadelphia in the Slade trade?
Oh.
Think about it. Slade's replacement. Not working out in Detroit.
Kuda. Yeah,
Comes
he
back.
is. I don't know if I want a Kuda.
He's 23 years old.
I don't think I want a Kuda. I'm sorry.
He can't stay healthy, can he?
No, he's just not that great. He only got one interception last year, 73 combined tackles, 14 assists, and 1 TD. I guess he got an interception for 20 yards. I don't know. There's not enough. He didn't do anything in 2021. He didn't do much in 2020. I wouldn't get him. I could find someone better.
So
I'd rather the Lions give me draft picks. That's what I want. I don't want Okudah. Give me draft picks. I need more second rounds, third rounds, fourth, fifth, sixth, because we don't have that.
This is what Jamar Gibbs ran. A 4.36. Dude's a fast freak. Nature. Hey, you add him with Jalen Hurts in the backfield. You know how much damage we can do?
Yeah.
Dude ran a 4.36. It's going to be interesting. But you know who I really want to compare up with CJ Gardner-Johnson? My dude, and the Eagles met with him, Antonio Johnson from Texas A&M. You ever heard of him?
Yes. Antonio Johnson.
You add him with let's say you bring back.
Texas A&M. Sorry, did you ever see where they do that midnight prowl thing at Texas A&M before their games, where they all meet up at the stadium and do chants and stuff?
I don't watch college football. I only watch.
Oh man, it's the funniest thing. It finally got leaked. No one's ever heard of this. Apparently, it's a traditional thing. It's so cringy.
We do not care.
Yeah, that's what my friend doesn't like about the Steelers is Tomlin. Exactly those type of statements. We do not care.
Every time I hear someone comment, some stupid like a Cowboy fan, I'll just say, "We do not care."
Yeah, that's perfect.
He said, "Who's Frank Wright taking?" I think they're taking Richardson. I think they take Richardson, man. I think they do. The Panthers gave King ransom for the number 1 pick. They did. They absolutely gave up a lot. They gave up DJ Moore too. You're muted, bro.
I gotta go eat. Dinner time.
All right, man.
I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm about to end this live stream too. We've been here for a long time. So I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. But thanks for
Peace
having me
out,
on. We'll
guys.
definitely do it again. Have a good one, man.
Sure.
Peace out.